Where were you?
This is episode 17 of Bloodpunk. This will be pre-recorded. This is not live as on this Thursday coming up tomorrow. I'm not here. I'm at a gig, so we're doing this on a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Are you going to see again? Deftones?
Deftones, yes, over the Eden Project.
The Eden Project.
It'll be a good gig, I think. Hopefully, it'll be nice. You never really know. Sometimes it's shit, and it's all outside. You know, the weather could be awful. Weather could be great.
Did you do Queens of the Stone Age with Zakaran? No, it was me and Bob.
I think I've been there for My Chemical Romance.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm just not the biggest fan.
And you went to it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a waste!
You guys, Jack is very much into music and is a massive emo. I mean, like, he's literally, like, released an album when we started this channel. Written Goldblood, out now on all platforms.
It's been out for like 2 years.
Where's your band?
Oh, God. Less about that. So,
stop looking at me!
Warrior Prince 3D. Who wants to talk about Warrior Prince 3D?
Oh, take it to
lovely Richard.
Richard broke his arm? No, what did he do?
He ripped the muscle from his bone.
Yes.
It's gnarly.
And he's doing a sale at the moment, right?
He is doing a sale.
Not on things that he is actively printing.
Yep.
But
And
yeah.
Yep.
but
Go
when
on.
he
Yeah,
is
go on.
better,
Yeah.
you can get 15% off
Yes.
his
that's the
Etsy
one.
shop, which is Etsy.com, whatever, / Warrior Prince 3D.
Bang on the line.
And Richard's very nice. I haven't met him, but
You know
I've heard
more
he's very
about
nice.
the offering than people who've heard that ad for 2 years.
And somebody who runs the channel.
Siobhan
I said
listens to
10%
me.
last time.
Obviously, I was like, it's 15, it's 15!
And what's the code?
Oh, to the stars.
There it is. To the stars.
Yeah,
Can I have a gold star now, please?
you can have a gold star.
Oh, isn't that cute?
My game points went up.
Yay! Happy Pride!
In that one. Oh, closet heterosexual over there. So you're in a safe space. You can come out of the closet as straight if you want. It's absolutely fine. Which sounds weird coming from a man, actually. Is that like, no, look, come out of the closet as straight.
Come on, I'll turn you.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
So thank you to Warrior Prince 3D for sponsoring.
Oh
the
god, we're
stream.
only recording tonight. There's not even like the moderator to fucking stop us.
We're just going wild.
Unfiltered.
Indeed. Like we're filtered anyway. Come on now.
Girls gone wild.
That's all.
Ian, you want to talk about Twitch Prime and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so thank you very much for being here for this pre-record. If you watch normally live and you don't already, you can use your Amazon Prime sub if you link your Twitch with your Amazon, which is very simple to do. Just go to Twitch Gaming and link them together, and you get a free subscription to one channel per month, and you just go onto a web browser. You can't do it from a phone because Twitch is a shit user interface. I'm happy to say that. But you can go to the web browser and just click sub with Prime, and you get a free subscription. It takes away those adverts, which are crucial to us trying to earn money while doing this, but it means that you pay the channel basically to go ad-free, and you can do that if you have an Amazon Prime account.
Indeed.
Otherwise, for things like the Drift Debrief and some extra content which I need to record and get done, you can go over to YouTube and sub up on YouTube Members. If not, just go and subscribe on YouTube, because we're at 1K subscribers and we are doing a giveaway. There's like, if you're watching this, there's like 3 or 4 days left. There's 5 or 6 a day, so when this goes out will be 4. And then 3 by the time you're probably listening to it on the podcast. It ends on the 30th.
Thank you.
And there is a mega ton of stuff. I mean, it's like hundreds of pounds worth of stuff.
Crazy.
While all those companies like Battle Systems who support this show and Starfinder, Roll and Play Press, who we have the affiliate code, Dragonborn 10 with over on the Raw and Play Press website. I've donated a book. There is just so many things. There's a bespoke dice. I won't be making another one of them. Somebody could offer me £1 million and I will turn it down because I want that dice to be the only one out in the world. And there's just loads of stuff. Just go to our homepage. It's right there. The music isn't too loud on it. And go sub up and check that out. I think that's everything for Twitch and YouTube.
Indeed. And if you want a little something for your money and want something physical, you can go to dragonbornindustries.com to find t-shirts and what the fuck are they called
today?
Thermoses.
That's the one.
Thermite.
Keep your fluids hot and your fluids cold, whatever your fancy is on that day.
I think the word fluids was an interesting choice.
Yeah, Jack has a real way with words.
I was going to go liquids, but I just went fluids instead. I don't know why.
Gagging for it.
Yeah. You can put noodles in there, as it's been done on this show before, and it's disgusting.
Name a food I haven't put in there.
Angel of the Light.
Right, thank you.
Ooh, Angel Delight.
Let me write that down.
Oh, favourite flavour of Angel Delight?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
But it would probably be chocolate.
Butterscotch.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about butterscotch.
Right.
Vanilla?
I was sick on butterscotch as a kid, so I just can't.
Yeah.
When I had one of my first ever migraines, I
That's
didn't
a
know
shame because butterscotch is top tier.
Yeah.
it.
I think that beats out strawberry, actually, thinking about it. Good choice.
So I've not had Angel Delight.
No. Any other suggestions for Ian?
Black pudding.
I'm after some veggie black pudding at the moment. I think Asda or Amazon are like the only places I can get it.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
It's one of the only things I really truly miss as a meat eater. Yeah,
It's good. Fucking solid.
so just a big
solid.
plug of black pudding in there. What are the suggestions we got around the room?
Well, you've done hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And yet I found that the
hate
worst.
That was horrible.
That was awful.
That was like, and it was.
And yet Siobhan was all over it.
It was the sauces as well that came with it. Because I've got a real thing about sauces, and I was like,
Yeah, because you're very much a
away
food
from
separate person, aren't you?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
No
I do
touchy.
regret it.
No touches.
Corn on the cob.
Oh, I love a corn on the
That'd
cob.
fit nicely, be very satisfying.
I like corn on the cob. I like it a
Butter at the
lot. I'm
bottom.
so lazy
Oh,
that I
it's
can't be bothered.
Oh, no, fresh corn,
it.
put in butter with mashed potatoes and gravy,
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Just skip
and
out.
deep fried chicken for the carnivores.
One of the only foods I don't eat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't mind fresh tuna. Won't eat tinned tuna. Just offends all of my senses.
Yeah, totally with you there.
Yeah. There you go. So
Seems like
there's some.
mackerel as well.
Oh, and just fish.
Do you know
Some
what I
fish
can
is
do?
okay.
I can do smoked salmon. I can do, a fucking salmon breast or whatever it is. I can't do salmon in a sandwich. Do you know what I mean? What, you can't
Salmon
Billet.
Salmon fillet, yeah.
Billet.
Salmon breast.
I know. Even I was like,
On today's menu, we have a fine breast of salmon.
Imagine going to a fishmongers and asking for that.
can I have a salmon
I was
breast?
going to say, can I have your finest breast of salmon?
Oh, I know. It's been a long
You
time.
get fucking thrown out. Wow. I don't mind it in a sandwich. I'm alright.
I just can't do salmon in a
I can't
sandwich.
do pilchards and I can't do like tinned fish.
Basically any tin fish for me is like, that's a fucking...
In tomato sauce, like fuck right
Oh, I
off.
didn't know I like that. Oh, I'll give you a life hack, right?
Sure.
Fucking throw it straight in the bin.
Mackerel with korma sauce in a tin plus couscous insta curry.
Oh, that's actually not a bad shout. That might make couscous viable.
Just no.
Oh no, couscous is great.
Couscous can fuck off.
Couscous and sultanas.
Ah, you lose me at raisins and sultanas. They don't belong in any fucking thing
don't.
whatsoever.
They do.
No. I bet you put them in a
Juicy
bolognese.
No, because I'm not a monster.
Bolognese.
Bolognese. Put cinnamon in it. Because it gives it a kick.
That's fine, but there's fucking sultanas and
Yeah,
currants
sometimes
and
can get in the
things.
bin.
Yeah, they can fuck right off and die.
Is there anything else we haven't spoken about?
I don't really like dried apricots.
Warrior.
It's weird. I love apricots. When they're dry, it's just like, oh.
Yeah, why? Why?
They're
why
a really good
dry?
source of fibre. Yes, fibre. But I only like them.
Oh, Siobhan and I are at Happy Piranha on Saturday for Pride, doing our Gals and Pals Pride special, Big Gay Orcs! There are 2 spaces, I believe, left, so we're each running a table. Basically, you play as a massive orc defending your fortress and making out with each other. It's going to be great. So yeah, go to Happy
It's
Piranha.
not necessary. It's not necessary at all, even in Pride. And you're like, we must fondle each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, playing any game with Steph requires just basically fucking getting off with each other.
Listen, the gals know what they're getting into.
Oh yeah.
And they keep coming back in.
You know, they say never over-sexualize somebody else's character or like force people into like situations. You just seem to breed the sexual energy.
I don't even try. That's the thing. I'm just like, do it, and they're like,
like some kind of dom, just like.
I'm like, if you wanna, and they do, and it's great. But yeah, we're there on Saturday. happypiranha.com/events. Big Gay Orcs book.
Vote for Steph in the Crit Awards.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, that is massive to us at the moment, mainly because we want to support Steph. One, being nominated and being a finalist in a amazing peer group of crazily good and talented individuals, and to have somebody like Steph as part of the channel recognising that is incredible. As well, Joe Treff from Alberon RPG, who I deem them to be like our big siblings in the Starfinder game. Both of them are up for Best GM and Best Player in Paizo. Thank you very much, Siobhan. Please go vote for them. It really is just a form to fill out. It's
very quick, and you get a virtual sticker.
Yeah, digital sticker.
You put it on your stories.
I was going to say a dicker then.
A sticker!
Get your free sticker.
Said best in best Southwest accent. Get your dicker.
Get your dicker. If you're not, get your dicker out.
I don't like that. Yeah, please go do that. It would mean the world to us, especially if Steph wins. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, like from like a real moment. Thank you, anyone who kind of put my name forward, and thank you for anyone who has voted. Just to be nominated is huge, and I feel awkward and British about it, but very, very grateful to just have got this far. So thank you.
If anything, it's just a testament to your lovely playability of the team.
Versatile. He was going to call you versatile. He was going to say your versatility as a player. He couldn't take that away from himself. He couldn't do it.
That's mine.
Jack, I would never take your versatility from you. I'll take other things, but...
Oh, yeah. Wow.
He's going to get pegged.
I'll get you all one day.
All of us.
game.
Game.
All right.
Oh my god.
Imagine you getting pegged, just fucking biting down on the table, just fucking.
On the table.
Yeah, now everyone's thinking about that, aren't they?
The image has been put into my brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they yes.
You do have a lot of powerful women around you.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Where do I go from here?
Bloodpunk!
Anyway, let's get into it.
In which there are no powerful women.
Really? Oh no, the Grand Advisor.
Grand Advisor.
She's pretty powerful.
Is she?
The fifth child, the one that's in charge of the armies, was a female tiefling.
Very true.
Then there is the
lady on the train?
halfling daughter, the lady on the train.
We had to murder and eat her heart.
Oh yeah, she died.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't know anything about that. Then the other daughter, the halfling, the blonde
We
one.
don't really know much about.
No, but still, a vampire, I imagine quite powerful. Kitty and Marionette.
Well, Marinette's technically not a woman.
No.
Sorry to issue.
And the leader of the Thieves Guild.
Who?
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Trash garbage finder.
No.
Oh yeah, the one who told us about the trash.
Yeah. The trash man.
My associate that I did write into my backstory, but I'm not sure if you
You haven't met yet.
haven't met yet.
Within the realms of this campaign, yes.
Yeah, we've probably need more powerful women than we have men.
I rescind that.
Founder's still a man, don't it?
Yeah, exactly. And he's been the driving force in this.
Yes, he has, to be fair, yes.
The Grand Advisor just shows up and is like, olives.
She just wants the fatty. She's a feeder.
Or leave me alone.
Oh,
I don't like
very
it.
good. So, let's give you all a bit of a recap, because I don't think any of us remember what the fuck happened. So, last time, the party made their way further through their blood vision of the Founder, discovering some more little insights into the Founder himself and where he's constantly trying to coax you all into giving in to any vampiric desires, and wanting you all to sort of stand beside him and help him. You saw 2 further versions of the Founder last episode. One of them was kind of the monstrous version of him, with this hulking bat-like creature asking you to, or telling you to feed upon the celestial angel in front of him. The other version of the Founder that you saw was known as the Divine, where a depiction of the Founder in the absolute prime. He's basically ascended to godhood at this point. And in this sort of vision, you saw like thousands of vampires just kneeling and praying towards him. And he all offered you gifts of power, very much trying to tie into your lore.
I'm taking my shoes off. If that goes wrong, I'm really sorry, guys.
That's all good. I'm sure it'll be right. And you also refuse the gifts, as it's kind of gone a bit too far. It's a bit much. And he essentially orders you dead, with all these vampires standing up and swarming you in the thousands. And you're essentially ripped apart. And your vision then goes into this large cavernous space where there's a blood angel being held aloft in the middle of this space by chains. And also a minotaur known as Resolved. Who questioned you as to why you were there, but you also didn't know why you were there. You were thrust into this space, not knowing. And the Minotaur asked you not to release this Blood Angel, as it goes against the Founder's wishes. The Blood Angel, however, wished that you do release him. And you decided to side with this Blood Angel, and you start trying to break the chains. Fear tried a one-on-one resolved, doing quite some damage, but unfortunately took the hit to go down and unconscious. The fight was finished by the rest of you, and the chains were broken on this Blood Angel. And as sort of payment for releasing him, the Blood Angel offers to resurrect Fear. But also tells you all that it would have to be his choice and his choice alone whether he would come back to his body. And in the process of this resurrection, the Blood Angel spoke to someone known as Azazel, who saw behind Fear's eyes in the entire process of his becoming of a vampire, and in the end decided this is too much horror. This is not the world that Azazel should be in. So Azazel decided, no, I shall not return to my body, and walked off basically into the sunset, and the Blood Angel let him go, and the resurrection failed, as Fear is not brought back to the world of the living. But the sort of space that you were in goes black once more, and you wake up in an alleyway. So in the middle of these 2 quite tall buildings, and you're on the floor on your backs, and you kind of come to, and you start rubbing your eyes, trying to get your vision back. And the first thing you see is there are dead bodies strewn around you, bloodied, bitten, bruising. Bruising? Fuck's sake.
Cruising for a bruise.
That's a t-shirt. Bloody bitten bruising.
Bruising. I'm using that.
Bruising. And that's where we start today, as you all wake up in this alleyway. Only 3 of you, obviously, because you witnessed the Fear's death. One thing I will say is that the bodies that you see around you are some of the people you were travelling with. Not all of them, because there were more.
Is there anyone else around alive?
You can make me a perception check.
Oh, yes.
Can I also do that?
You may.
Can I do it too?
All three of you
Oh, no.
make some perceptions.
Okay.
Whoa, off the tip.
Whoa.
15.
15.
Also 15.
15.
15 as well. What?
Look at us! Woo!
15s.
Not enough.
You see nothing.
No, it was a 13, sorry.
No, find out Ron.
You sort of collectively look left, further down the alleyway, and it's basically a dead end. It's kind of like it meets this just sheer kind of cliff face, and then to the right it opens up into what looks like a bit more of a main thoroughfare. But at the minute you can't see any other people around. You can hear some sort of background noise. You're not really, you're too far away, you think, to know exactly what it is. But you're in between two solid stone buildings. You are somewhere that is at least somewhat civilized and built up. I will say with this projection, you do see there is like a map that's been nailed to the wall, the side of this alleyway. Which is this. So, it is a map of
Blood Cult Station.
Criminal base station. I wonder what.
Tell me this is not the GM map and this is the player map.
well, it's both, really, honestly.
Okay.
Infested station.
It's in the book here as well, so it's a map
Wow.
of all the undergrot stations as well as the main stations that you've gone through, because you left from the first metro station, and you made your way through a load of sort of pedestrian tunnels, essentially, making your way to Meridel. That's where you were going. Whether you're there now, you're not sure, but where you entered the Blood Vision was like halfway through this journey. So, yes. That's all you see.
Is there, amongst the bodies, is there the Mr. Business who we're travelling with?
Isaac Gordon.
Oh, Isaac T. Business.
Isaac T. Business.
You do not see him.
Oh, okay.
With your perception check, you do not see him along the bodies, and you're pretty sure of that.
Well, Fear isn't here. I know he died. Well, did he die?
Is his body there?
That's what, yeah, because if his
body
body's
is not there.
That's weird.
You probably figure the fact that he's actually dead, and when you were in the vision proper, if you died, you came back to the corridor.
Yeah.
Something
But
else.
when Fear died in this space,
Yeah.
he died.
Like meta-wise as well, it says that like not everything's a vision, some things
Yeah,
are
that's-
happening
yeah.
in place. Like it's kind of cool. I like that aspect.
Hashtag not everything's a vision.
You know, that could be like that blood angel could be something being held, like the lich could have been something being held. Like Jack said, you helped the lich, or like the lich was freed, therefore you get this. And it's like, oh, so the things that are happening at the same time, while
Are
also
happening,
things are
yeah.
showing you in the past. It's interesting.
Yeah, because Nikki was quite solid in the past. Like, oh, fine. Well, if we die here, it's fine.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Ways.
No.
We don't know what's happening.
Can we check the bodies to see if we can see how they died?
Sure, you can give me a medicine.
Can we all do that?
If you wish to do the same thing, of course.
24.
24.
You know what? With that roll, I'm not gonna
6.
bother. Oh, you know what? No. 6 as well.
Marinette, you're the only one to sort of really kind of try and figure this out. I mean, to Marcus and Kitty, you look at these bodies and they're just beaten to shit. And you can see there are bite marks. You can see there's slashes in the flesh, bruises.
They're all prison.
But you can't figure out what actually happened in this space. You have a look at background, Marinette, and you kind of look at the wounds and try to see whether it's like, is it a blunt weapon, you know, that kind of thing. You don't think it was with a weapon. You're certainly, obviously physical, but it almost looks like bare hands almost did this. Maybe hands with claws or nails that just sharpened, that sort of thing. You feel like these people weren't swarmed by attackers. You think there was only a few people who did this. or monsters.
Does it kind of look like this happened here, or have the bodies sort of been placed here?
The blood and stuff that's around looks quite local to this little alleyway here. You don't think that you've been placed in this alleyway with the bodies or anything. You don't feel like it's like a setup as such.
Sure.
What happened here?
Happened here.
Happened here.
We have moved because we have been almost like placed in another location, right, from where we went into the blood vision.
Yes, because you were like halfway through going to Meridell through just all these winding tunnels that the mounting guard were sort of showing you through, and you have this blood vision, and now you don't see any mounting guard. You don't see Mr. Businessman.
Is it tea business?
Indeed.
Jesus.
And the bodies that are around here are just civilians. Just you were walking.
Is there any indication on the map about kind of like a "you are here"?
Yes, actually, you should have mentioned it. You look a little closer, and maybe you have to it's quite dusty. It's been here for a while. You can see it's like tattered at the edges. Kind of give it a quick wipe, and underneath is sort of a big wall of dust. There is a little sign that says "You are here," and there is an arrow pointing to Meridell.
Oh, we are in
What
Meridell.
font is the arrow in the writing?
Times
Comic
New Roman.
Bubbles.
Wingdings.
Oh god!
Are you trying to is it printed or has it been handwritten?
I'm not there.
He's
I'm
being a
just-
twat.
Joe, you're not there. Shut up. Don't talk, you.
It's my channel. I'm just gonna go. I'll see you later.
He would say you are here.
Okay.
Well, we're here.
We are here. Yes.
I think we need to find out what's going on. What say you?
Well, there's not a lot to be done about it, is there?
We can't stay here.
No, we want to get to Cyherested. This map is helpful.
So where are we now? Meridell.
So we're in Meridell.
Oh, okay.
So we need to go to Blood Cult Station. Sounds
How
lovely.
Constant, like.
What the fuck?
Oh, is this like depth?
Yeah.
Or is it like a cross section?
It's like we've gone.
I mean, I'll let you have that
Oh,
because you
yeah.
said that.
Okay, because I just
So-
saw elevator.
That's pretty
I won't even
stupid. I
let you
thought
make
there was
a
going
check,
to be a
right?
way to get through to the
So this is like
Have you got inspiration?
surface. Yeah. Sorry,
Have you got inspiration?
I think we
Or
were
did you
meant
use
to-
it?
Just go
I've got
straight.
one.
Yeah.
And then we.
You can't have it then.
Bad.
So you look like where it says like
it doesn't connect.
it says M1 Meridell, and then you got things like
Center. So that's
like D7 or something, and you kind of think about, well, what are these sort of prefixes for?
yeah.
They are height. So M is medium level, D is deep level,
I see.
and H high level.
Okay.
They're numbered in this way because obviously it's only a map, it's a sort of 2D image kind of thing.
Right, better bass slapping sound like let's go deep.
So you figure you're kind of on the middle layer with Meridell. This is kind of the central point, and you know it's kind of the biggest sort of. It's essentially a city underground.
Because I thought we were going to Meridell to get around to Cyherested.
That was the plan, yes. But when
do
we
we
look at
get
this map, it doesn't connect.
Well.
You'd have to turn back. The infrastructure in this place is terrible.
So where is it we're going again?
So
we need to
maybe we could just go out and up and
we need to get the
around.
elevator to. Hey, this is map. Is reading map. H2 ventilation station,
Refinery.
and then back
just
down, and
straight
then
back
across.
to where
We have
Hey,
some
wait,
journey.
first place. This doesn't make any sense
We
for
weren't
what
from
we
the
were told.
Chartwell station. We were.
We were in between
like
here.
here.
Oh, I see. So
No,
we kind of had to.
first metro stations where we were.
Yeah, where we were.
Yeah. So we kind of had to go.
So we have
here
actually
to then-
travelled.
We'll just
So,
have to
we're
go
kind of
back on
going
ourselves
like
to
that.
get back
Yeah.
in the right.
That makes sense now. Okay, I was really confused for a second. It's fine.
You would think that if they've got something here, they could just it's very poorly designed.
Maybe the mountain stone was too strong.
Yes, I profess I'm not efficient in the arts of geology.
Me neither.
Killing.
Yes, we're very good at that, Marcus. Well, I suppose that we should
Take the lift.
continue to the M2 Blood Cult Station,
Yes.
which is incredibly
Hopefully we
reassuring
have
as a
better
name.
luck there, hey?
Marcus, maybe you'll do well there.
Sure.
Seems like your sort of area.
Lead the way, shall we go?
Let's onwards.
So
Foot on.
the only way out of this alleyway is going to this sort of larger street space that goes sort of left and right. As soon as you kind of get into this larger street, you look towards your left, and you see the rest of Meridel. At the minute, you're kind of on this stony floor, and it has been sort of carved in a way that it's nice and flat. But you look to this open space, this humongous cavern, and at the centre of it is a ziggurat. If you don't know what a ziggurat is, it's basically a pyramid with a flat top.
I didn't know that.
I just
I
learned
learned something
Really?
today.
Love it.
Some of you didn't pay attention to Critical Role Campaign 1.
Indeed.
I have not
Haven't seen it.
watched or listened
I've
to it.
not seen campaign.
Is that
Campaign 1 is well worth it, I will
Yes.
say. Very good.
I've seen the
Campaign 1.
Vox Machina series.
I've never
Yeah.
seen any of it.
Yeah.
So.
I just thought of cigarettes and went straight back to my addiction days and was like, oh, God, I want a cigarette.
I got a thought.
Look, that's a cigarette.
But yes, you see this sort of ziggurat as its kind of like centerpiece of Meridel, and all of the rest of the buildings are far smaller than this place. But around this ziggurat is lots of wooden walkways, and you kind of realise after a few seconds, few minutes of having a look, is that it is all on a hot swamp. You're right there.
I don't know why that took a hot swamp.
Hot swamp.
Swamp.
Why'd you put your cigarette on a hot swamp?
That's how I
That's all we can aspire to be, is a hot swamp. But not a hot mess, a hot swamp.
You can see there's
I just need to go wipe. I got a hot swamp.
You got a really nice way of saying swamp. Swamp.
You can see there is a kind of like a fine mist that's kind of like constantly rising because of this hot swamp. But there's lots of bit like small, very square looking kind of buildings all along these sort of wooden walkways. It's kind of like this absolute maze of walkways all around that. But on the outskirts of that is the kind of the bit that you're on, is these very much the carved stone floor of Garrote Mountains. And there are lots of larger dwellings here on this outside bit.
Can I ask, sorry, quickly, is this ziggurat, is this the same aesthetic as every other building, or is this like, does this stand apart? Is this something
It
much
stands
more
kind of
ancient?
apart, yeah. Like you see the smaller buildings that are in like the wooden walkway section. It looks like it's kind of made of the same sort of stone,
Yeah.
but very much architecturally
So
very different from everything
has
else.
it been, are you suggesting that it's been here much, much longer, or it's sort of part of the...
You can
town?
give me a history check.
Is this all, as well, you say it's in the mountains, but is it like under the mountains in the Undergarrote, or is this like open air?
It's in a large cave. There's no natural light.
So, yeah, this is all
underground for sure.
I'm
yes.
picturing the pyramid in Alien versus Predator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
That's exactly
much
what's
so.
in my
With
head.
a city
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Great film.
So 40, yeah, solid. But the second one, I can't do the
Nah,
second
the second one sucks.
Can't finish it.
14.
Yes.
Hot swamp.
You don't know the finer details, but you know this. You've heard of Meridel before. You've not really given much attention to it. You've never really needed to. You have heard of there being a sort of central building in Meridel. You think it's been here for a long time. You don't know exactly when it was built, or whether it, if it came with Meridel, or if it was before Meridel, and Meridel was just sort of built around it. You're not really sure.
It's just strange why this would be here.
It's got to be somewhere.
Eh?
Yeah.
Can I do a history check? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Yeah. Where is my history? 14.
Same sort of thing, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
fair enough.
You came to the same sort of conclusion.
Yeah.
It's been here a damn long time. You just don't know specifically when.
It's just
So
It's
an
just
ancient civilization lost to time once dwelled in these tunnels. Perhaps they even made the tunnels, and then we came along centuries, possibly millennia later, made a station and called it Blood Cult Station.
think that's the next one.
Ah, yes. Sorry. Meridell.
You so obviously that's kind of looking at the sort of cityscape in front of you, and you can see the sort of street that you're on is kind of almost risen a little bit away from the city, but you can see the street starts to sort of go down towards the wooden walkway stuff. But you can see there is some sort of like a market, and there are plenty of people walking around buying food, fabrics, all those sort of little bits and stuffs. People.
Oh, so this is like all this murder. This is an isolated event.
It's an isolated city.
The bodies around us. It's not the whole city.
Oh no,
It's been wiped out.
no,
It's
absolutely
like,
not.
Oh, okay.
What you woke up in is a very isolated event. You can see there are people just going about their way in the market, sort of down the slope. You don't hear screaming or the sounds of battle. Seems like a quite bustling city. It's not a huge city, but it's
got a fucking cigarette.
It's got a fucking cigarette. Yeah.
And a hot swamp.
And a hot swamp.
No, can't be doing too badly.
Not walking-
Basically a spa.
Yeah. So at the minute you kind of look out onto all of this.
Imagine like a Baba Yaga hut just walking around with the cigarette.
Well, perhaps we should go and ask what people know of this place, the Ziggurat, and if that's of interest to us. Or should we just...
Just because these two seem interested, can I do a history check to see if I know anything?
14.
Yes.
No, she rolled in that 20, this is it.
12, 18.
18. And you're sort of just trying to figure out the ziggurat specifically?
I think ziggurat and general vibe of the city.
Okay.
Their main import, their main export.
You're quite well learned, to be fair.
Programmed that way, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Literacy girl.
I'm trying to think what you would actually know. I think, yeah, you've heard there is someone that kind of rules over the city. And you've heard tales of a druid that used to be out in the open wilderness around Tolia, who then decided to take their druidic practices down to the Undergarot, and essentially built Meridell from the ground up. And now they still reside over the city to this day. You would know her to be called Beathag. You don't know anything more than that. You just heard the name sort of being thrown around.
Yes, carry on.
Yeah, and Meridell is very much the middle point in between Kanrath and Cyherested. A lot of trade comes from here because it's in the mountains. There's a lot of ores. Meridell is actually quite a high export of rubies and iron. Yeah.
I will relay that as we're sort of like walking through. Well, actually, did you know that Meridell is actually a great source of rubies and iron? Yes, it was founded by a druid named the Beathag.
Something. Things every day.
They still reside over the city to this day.
Fascinating. Well,
So-
the more you know.
So did Beathag make this ziggurat?
I would assume if they created the city that the ziggurat is part of it. Did you know that a ziggurat is a pyramid with a flat top?
Oh, we can see.
How do you spell ziggurat?
Zig-a-zig,
Well, if you want to be my lover.
You've got to get with my friends.
This is just the Marcus Kitty marionette show now. I love it. This is have a great time.
Well, I carry on through a little, and we could ask someone for directions if we feel we need them, or...
Just above table, how do you spell ziggurat? Because I want to...
Z-I-G-G.
Z-I-G-G.
U-R-A-T.
I'm not a T.
Ziggurat.
Yeah.
A pyramid with a flat top.
Essentially, yes.
I'm going to get onto some wiki fucking spiral later on and learn about all.
Becomes Alex's new specialist.
For me, it's like black onyx.
Yeah.
Very like
Spooky.
Necron.
Yeah. Is that what you picture this?
Yeah.
Let me give a bit more detail.
Jack's like, you're fucking wrong.
It's not.
Oh.
It's very much
yellow.
It looks almost like sandstone, and there are colours of reds and greens, some yellows. It's quite colourful. Very much not like the Kanrath that you're used to. And that is the same of these smaller buildings that you see in the wooden walkways. It's this kind of sandstone-like structures that are very small and square, flat tops. There's a lot of like tarps that have been sort of what the fuck do you call it? Like in awnings, that kind of thing. There's a lot of that going around. This sort of ziggurat. It's very much. If you had to put sort of generalised name, it looks a bit like a temple.
Can you go into it? Does it look like there's a natural entrance?
You're kind of too far away at the minute to really know if there's a clear, just visible entrance in or not. But yeah.
What do you suggest?
I think we have to go through the city, so
Strap off and have a little look.
might be an entry fee, but you know.
I'm sure we can show.
So you
I
can,
supposed to do the tourist stuff while here.
Made a face.
you can make your way down further down this sort of slope, and the nicely carved, cobbled street starts to turn to kind of a bit more of like the natural stone and dirt as it slowly gets more and more towards the hot swamp. And you can see there's the market kind of at the bottom of the slope, and there's a lot of people walking around with baskets full of stuff that they bought and some stalls. There's all sorts of buildings that have sort of like shop signs on them as well. It's quite a very well established place, and you kind of get into the thick of it with all the people walking around shopping essentially. I can give you a few names of some shops that you see along the way. I think the first one you see is called CERN's Dream Fabrics.
CERN as in like
SUERN.
S.
CERN, however you want to pronounce it.
CERN Fabrics.
Dream Fabrics. Fairly self-explanatory, I'm sure you can probably make that out. Another one that you see from where you are at the minute is another shop called Flames Magica. That's kind of where you're at the minute. If you want to sort of delve further into a sort of shopping district, it looks like, you by all means can. The first two sort of proper building shops that you see. There are people walking around you. There's people of all types here. All races. Very much is more varying than Kanrath.
More of a
100%.
melting pot.
Yes.
I would have called that place Dreamer Scene.
They should get you on their marketing.
Yeah,
Should. Or a stitch in time.
Trademark.
I think I'm quite drawn to Flames Magic. Can I go in?
Sure, yeah, you can make your way to
No, we have to catch a train.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be many.
We broke the
Let me do some
train.
shopping. We've
Oh,
had a
yes,
very
yes.
traumatic
Yes, we need
experience,
somebody to
remember?
Shopping.
So,
Take the mind off it, you know?
are you all going there together?
Yeah,
I
might as
have
well.
to, but yeah.
So you have to make your way through the crowd a little bit, and it's kind of on this sort of corner. It doesn't look like it's having a lot of footfall at the minute. It's quite fairly dark inside. There are a few candles lit, but you can see that it's open. It's got a little open sign that's hanging on the door and behind the glass, and you can make your way through. And it's this very sort of simple square space that you're in. It's not very big at all. There's a counter right in front of you. There's a few shelves to the left and right. Nothing has like a price in here. There's no like price tags to say this is how this is.
That means it's very expensive.
And there's no one directly behind the counter in front of you.
Until
Kind of-
John Hurt pops out. I wonder.
you can see on these shelves are kind of like
I envision of it being blind and the ladder keeps going. He just hits the window and falls out of it. I wonder!
You can see there are reams of like scrolls on these shelves. There's like a crystal ball here. There's like another sort of arcane focus on this shelf. Spitty spatterings of magic stuff. Spitty spatterings.
So we can't see anyone in here.
At the minute, no.
Hello?
A little chime sort of rings off as you go in.
I'd like to go to the crystal ball and just.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus, you say
Touch with
hello.
your eyes, not your hands, Kitty.
No!
You're 6 foot tall. Act like it.
No
Can't
one,
say hello.
no one responds to you in a minute.
Why?
But you can sort of go look at this crystal ball. What do you do with the crystal ball? You like touch it, or are you just kind of looking
I'm going to
into
pick it up really gently. It's like, fine, I've got it. I've got a handle on it.
If you break it, you buy it.
Well, I can. So. Maybe. I don't know. Well, no one's here, so.
You pick it up and you feel like it's got some resemblance of power in it. It doesn't feel like it's a legendary orb that you found just on the shelf here. It feels a bit more like an arcane focus for a mage. It's just got this like a residual power kind of flowing through it. And being magical yourself, you do sort of resonate with this power inside. And Marcus, you say hello, and there is no response in the minute. It's a barely lit space. And,
I'm just going to very gently put it back.
and there's like this kind of like three-pronged little stand.
Rolls off.
So just quickly, were you in that bicycle shop in Amsterdam? Bob, like wearing his bicycle shop.
Oh god!
And there was like they were selling these little like.
I was never going to tell the story.
And he picked it up and he dropped it and it just fucking smashed into a million bits. And it's just like, how did you manage it? Sorry, tangent. Because it was Bob, it was like even more hilarious.
Of course, yeah. That does not happen.
Good. Is there like a bell on the counter? Like, is there anything?
There is a bell. And that's when you get a response.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yes, I'll be there in a minute. And then you can hear this long sigh.
Men in this world.
And you have to wait like a minute, 2 minutes, and then eventually he comes through. The fear comes back alive.
I'm bored!
Oh, you would absolutely fucking say he's dead. Fuck that guy.
You can see there's like a pair of curtains to one side, and he sort of bursts through. Yes, yeah. What is it you want? And he doesn't even make eye contact.
The
He's
bloody
just
customer service.
looking under his sort of counter and just kind of looking for something.
What have you got? We're just perusing.
Having a mooch.
Well, this is Flames Magic, but yeah, we sell spells and stuff like that.
Spells and
I mean, but I feel like.
Your heart's not in this, is it?
Well, it makes a living.
Do you have another dream that you'd like to pursue? Maybe that's something we could talk about.
Well, I lost my job.
Kitty Kildane. Charisma at large.
I have written the careers portion of the newspaper before, so you know.
What newspaper is this?
Kanrath today.
Oh, you're from Kanrath, are you?
No. Yeah. Well,
So
we
was
just.
I once.
Oh.
Once.
Shit, she's
Oh,
getting some-
really?
But luckily I escaped, so hopefully you've escaped as well.
We're trying.
Well, you're here, so you made it further than a lot of other people. Okay, can I get you anything?
What's the most exciting thing you have?
Well, I pretty much have stock of anything spell-wise. Anything's particularly 4th level and lower is what I have.
Put a number on it.
Let it go.
Basically, our game, any 4th level spell that you can think of or lower, he has stock of. So, hence why the books are there. You may look through for spells or something. You can buy them if you so wish.
So how much would one spell be?
Well, honestly, it depends on the spell that you choose. If it's quite a particularly potent 4th level spell, then I would say probably about 800 fangs. And given that you're from Kanrath, I assume you have fangs.
For one?
For one 4th level spell as well, yes.
It's out of our price.
Are you a magician?
Is it?
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Are you magically inclined yourself?
Yes.
I assume that's why you're here. Spells. Well, 4th level spells are quite powerful.
Fair. Fair. Do you take
Amex?
Is it Cyherested? What are they? I've just got CS.
You have Cyherested staves.
Yes.
How do you have Cyherested staves?
I've got 500.
Oh, you might have put them from something
I think
somewhere.
it was when we killed someone.
Probably.
Was it from the woman whose heart we ate?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly. I can't.
I feel like it was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. Sure.
But I
whatever.
have 500.
He will probably say, have you only just arrived in Meridel?
Yes.
You seem new.
Mm-hmm.
Well, currency in Meridel is pretty flexible. Fangs and Cyherested staves are one and the same.
Cool.
So if you have either, you can spend either.
Would you take a mixture?
Doesn't bother to me. Yes, that's fine. You can say, further down the line, you can say you bought this spell scroll from
Yeah, I think,
it's not going to be a quick task finding a spell.
No. I'll say, I liked my 4th level.
Absolutely,
spell.
not a problem.
And yeah, I'll just figure out what that is now.
How much for a 2nd level?
Second level, you're probably running yourself about 400 gold.
Do you mean fangs?
Thanks. Sorry, the currency is all mixed here.
I'd like to purchase a 2nd level spells, please.
Of course.
Thank you.
Is this spells like just any 4th level spell?
Any
We're not restricted to like class.
No, because spell scrolls.
Oh, yes, spell
Anyone
yes,
who
yeah.
can read it can use it.
Yeah, fair, cool.
Yeah.
Do you... Actually, don't worry.
I mean,
I was going to ask for some health potions, but I remembered I'm a vampire, so it doesn't apply.
I'm afraid that is not my expertise here. If you want that sort of thing, you can always go to the Burning Cauldron.
Burning Cauldron?
It's a little further down the walkway that you've just been to. Be wary of the twins. They are a little bit vicious.
Are these the shopkeepers?
Yes.
Vicious.
Is this guy...
Yep. They're gnomes. Very tricksy.
Is this guy a human?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Is he called Flame?
No.
Ah,
He has not given you his name yet.
Flame's magic.
Would make sense, but I'm afraid he has not said anything yet. Well, if that is all, I must get back to my duties. What business
Certainly customers.
Well, you're my only customers right now. What business are you conducting in Meridel, may I ask?
We're just passing through.
Tourism?
We were curious.
The tourism business of
He's going to make an inside check.
We've never seen Ziggurat before. Or at least I haven't. I'm very curious.
He doesn't really react to it, it's fine. Yes, the Ziggurat. Well, it is a temple.
And what do they worship?
Well, it is quite explicitly put here for all kinds of religion. Bearthag has put laws down to allow all kinds of religion here. So, worshippers of the blood god, the sun god. There's the iron god as well, but they tend to keep to their own place. But there are various cults and organizations around here, and people do fear Bearthag, which is why we have to get along in this place.
Oh. Are they quite a fearsome being then?
Well, she brought Meridel from the ground up. She was a druid. And we've seen the effects that she has on people who do wrong in this city. She specifically wants to make this place a safe haven. And anyone who is to go against those laws will be punished.
Perhaps we should tell them about them. Under the... Tell them
It's not a good idea. We should tell them on the book of murder.
Mine? Or...
No, not Kitty.
Everything is about
It's
you.
not everything about you, Kitty. Tell them about the book of murder. And who would we report a brutal murder to then?
Oh, we didn't. No, we didn't.
No, we just
do it.
found it.
No. We woke up
Inside
among lots
check.
of dead bodies, and it's fine.
Fucking give me on that.
You committed the crime. You certainly wouldn't report it.
That'd be stupid.
It's silly.
So you're saying you've witnessed the murder?
We
woke up
witnessed
amongst-
the aftermath.
We may have been the murderer might have thought we were dead and just left us to die amongst all other victims.
No wounds on you.
There'd surely be blood on us, right?
I mean, we
There's
haven't really
some
healed
blood.
up. Like, I came back with one hit point. I'm leaking. Hit point. There's like
We have
oil and
leveled up,
blood
so,
leaking out everywhere.
Does your chain come off?
Oh, yours again! That's why I'm walking with a limp.
I like that.
Well, I mean, probably to the mountain guard. There are a lot of mountain guard around here, and specifically Meridel. Disturbing? Whereabouts?
In an alleyway.
Up in the stone streets?
Yes.
I know it's a bit more quiet around there, but... Someone must be out of town to do that sort of thing, because people who live here know that these laws are in place for a reason.
Perhaps it should be fitting that we go to the mountain guard at some point.
Well, potentially, but thank you for your time. I will leave you be. And we'll just sort of start dragging the other two out.
Think about potential careers. You just don't seem very happy in your work.
Anywhere is better than Kanrath. Be gone with you.
Thank you.
Or something like hobby
Jack's
elves.
NPC should turn around like, be gone with you.
Fuck off now.
Jack's like, don't make me talk more!
He physically turns around and cuts off. I love it.
I have a concern. I'm a little worried that perhaps the perpetrator of the crimes is amongst the party with which everyone was travelling.
Sure, not Mr. T business.
Possibly Mr. D business.
He would never.
Kitty, I know you have a strange connection to this man, but I don't think he's your friend.
I really thought I was getting somewhere with him.
Kitty, and like Marionette will sort of like kneel down. Kitty, I'm saying this, robot to woman. I don't think you were getting anywhere with that man.
We'll see. When we find him, we can ask.
Can I get your attention, please, Mr. Man?
Do you want a picky tea?
Do you like me? Yes. No.
I don't know how much there is to be gained from reporting this. If the person in charge here is quite so fierce in their...
That we could get killed.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't think he's going to say anything, really.
No.
It doesn't seem like he cares enough, so...
Not really. Apathy at its finest.
Did you want to go to the, what was it, the cold... What was it?
Burning cold.
Burning
What was it I
cold.
wanted again?
You said health potions. Potions of healing, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but I need blood.
Marcus, I
Can we use my blood?
come back with a new idea for
You
stuff.
have blood like any other.
so.
Marcus, just take some of mine, and I guess
But I don't know where you've been.
Oh, Marcus, actually,
It's a joke.
actually, you can have this one now, and I'll give him Fear's blood vial.
Oh, I thought we were keeping that for sentimental reasons.
Why?
I don't know.
Thank you, that's very kind. I will keep this in my pouch.
I've got his hat.
Bingo, fair enough.
Oh yes, I have a gun. Peter. Where to?
Cauldrons.
I don't.
Oh, no, you say you don't need to
I don't think I
well-
need to go unless you want to go.
No.
I don't.
I'll pop into this fabric shop though.
Yes.
Just to go and go.
Oh.
You should have named yourself Dreamaseam.
It's a nice ribbon for your hat.
So you go to this fabric shop, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So this shop front kind of faces the ziggurat sort of directly, kind of looks right down the walkway that is like central to this place, and it's quite bright in there, lots of bright colours. Being a fabric shop, you would imagine there should be bright colours. You go in there and it is very well lit, and you can see there is a dwarf behind sort of small, very quaint little counter that's kind of like freestanding in the middle, and they're wearing like sort of priestly robes and very much depicting the sun god, and they just have this sort of the reams of fabric just that you can just look through and feel and touch. You're in this sort of very
I've just spent 8 hours doing that, but yeah, give me more.
and you walk in,
Close to escape.
and he greets you. Ah, welcome. Welcome to CERN's Dream Fabrics.
Hello.
How may I serve
Are
you?
you CERN?
I am, sir.
Hello, CERN. First off, I would like a ribbon for my hat.
Well, of course. We have all sorts of fabrics here.
Lovely. And ribbon?
Yes.
Wonderful. I will
That
take...
comes under the blanket of...
I think it come under the blanket of haberdashery, dear man.
This is like doing Georgie with Tamsin.
You gave me a fabric shop, Jack. I'm going in.
Fair play. Correct.
I can't wear clothes, but why hell I'm going to go in the fabric shop?
You can wear clothes.
I just imagine the hat's like upside down.
The hat's like very jaunty. I'll pick out like a nice kind of like, I think the same colour as like my copper oxidization
Okay, nice.
little ribbon. I will take 1.5 meters because some people would think that 0.5 meter is enough, but they are wrong.
Anything you want to say, Steph?
Get it out. Get it all out.
Stop touching the threads!
Well,
Kitty's just there like...
Kitty, don't do that!
for that length of ribbon, that would cost you probably 20.
20 fangs!
60 fucking
What's it
p.
made out of?
Fucking what?
Rubies.
Fucking yeah, rubies!
Oh, it
It's
is.
rubies
My
gold!
finest piece of fabric.
Fine. I'm
Who owns the shop here? I'm just...
Alex is just stand at the back, highly amused at this situation.
Have you
Ian's highly amused at this
have you
situation.
considered a rebrand?
Not recently.
I think you should. Your name lacks luster and it doesn't really stand out.
Well, we did go through some, different...
What did you pitch?
Dream Seam.
Fucking yes! Well done. President.
Stitch in time?
It's too tacky.
Too tacky. That's a good one as well. Too tacky.
Like on a light bulb. If it could appear in the space above him, it would. Yes, I would put that down, actually.
It's pretty
Thank
good,
you.
isn't it? You're very welcome.
If I write a little note.
You can have that one. You're very welcome. If you take 50 fangs off the price of that ribbon.
Well, it was only 20.
You said 60.
I'm not giving you back 30.
You know me.
That's boy.
I do apologise. I misheard that massively. That's fine then.
No, I must repeat that piece of ribbon is only 20.
That's fine. No, that's fine. Do you like living here?
I make the most of it, I like to think.
Good. How'd you get out?
Oh, I like this.
So,
It's the hat. It gives you
It's
so
the
much
hat.
gas.
It is the hat.
God, I bet you're going to start feeling bored.
I'm bored.
I take it you haven't been here long.
No.
Don't intend to stay long either.
So, the main way out of Meridel is towards the Blood Cult Station. Where the fuck am I? I'll put them up there. Hang on, sorry. Also known as M2.
So take the M2
Indeed, take the M2 all the way down to an elevator.
to E1
Yes. And then
onto the high speed 2.
well, that's the main way out. You haven't told me where you're going.
And we're trying to reach Cyherested.
Oh, well, that narrows it down some more, doesn't it? Well,
We're coming from Kanrath. The train goes one place. We're going there.
where have you come from?
Where do we go?
Did you see Cotton Eye Joe on?
Well, we started at the first
God, that's
metro.
like a scarecrow
You
character.
started the first metro,
Indeed.
but you want to go to Cyherested.
We do want to go to Cyherested. There was an accident with the train and we had to walk.
The main train lines.
Oh, the main train. Terrible, terrible ordeal. I think the infrastructure is severely lacking.
Well, it has been said.
Someone should start a petition.
Unfortunately, that does sort of limit your ways out of here. The main train line is obviously the main train line for a reason.
I think they'd have a backup.
Or a replacement bus service.
At least get us a taxi.
Try the autumn.
I know that one of the stations nearer to Cyherested, which, if you've seen any of the maps around, should be either the rest station, ruin station, or even the criminal base station. But I wouldn't really go there
Not with
for
a name like
obvious
that.
reasons.
They need a rebrand.
But Cyherested gets its goods from somewhere, and I believe the goods are being sent to at least one of those stations. I'm not really up on the whole import and export thing. You know, I just get my fabrics in, and that's it.
You just import your fabrics
Where'd
and
you import
export.
your fabrics from?
Well, both Cyherested and Kanrath, but I don't really bother myself on
You
where
don't
it
bother,
specifically goes.
educating yourself on the carbon footprint.
What's that?
Tut tut.
I do not know what a carbon footprint is.
And that tells me everything I need to know about you, good sir.
All I know
Tip
is the
hat.
sun god.
The sun god.
The sun god and Dupion silk.
Do you even get any sun then?
No, unfortunately.
No.
I have to make my own.
Have you seen the sun? Ow.
I don't want to probe any further into that.
Well, the world of magic is a large one, and there are ways to create your own sunlight,
Wow.
such as the daylight spell. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Seems like an awful
Need I
waste.
say more?
Fine.
Seems like an awful waste
Back
of
off.
resources. So, with the rest station, was it the ruined station
That is one of the stations.
and the criminal base station?
Yeah. They're the ones that are closest to Cyherested.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
As helpful as I can be.
Is there anything that we should look at while we're here?
Unless you want fabrics.
I didn't mean just here specifically. I meant in Meridell.
Well, there are many things to see. I don't know what you've seen so far. So
We've seen a shop.
which
and we've
shop have you been?
The fire.
seen Flames
Thank you.
Magica.
Ah, yes.
And now we've been here.
Yeah.
We've noticed that there's a ziggurat.
Indeed.
The gentleman who runs Flames Magica, what is his name?
I believe his name is Ungrid.
Well, a name suits
Well, that's
the
why he
man, I
didn't tell
feel.
us.
He's not a particularly happy chap, but
Encourage him to get a new job.
he doesn't do any harm, you know?
It's all one can hope
Just
for.
seems quite sad.
Well, I've heard stories of him coming from Kanrath, and, you know, we've all heard stories of Kanrath, haven't we?
I
What
heard
have you
him say
heard?
that, and it completely.
Well, it's run by vampires, and it's a complete bloodfest.
Yes. Yes.
Being a priest of the sun god, it goes against my
Oh, you'd
very ways.
hate it.
But here in Meridell, we have to work alongside each other.
Yes, good, as you should. As we all should.
Whereas if I was in Kanrath, I would have been killed on the spot, I'm sure.
What a shame that would be.
I don't know how to take that.
What table like?
Yeah.
Would Marcus be opposed to them then?
It's not like if you see a sun priest, you must kill them on sight.
Stab him.
It's very much just like this known, what would you call it? Can't think of the word. Rivalry, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So I know more about that, but I didn't know if like in Kanrath it's like fucking
Well, it depends how extremist you get.
yeah. He is in a cult.
What do you do from here?
I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know why we're here, what we're doing. I'm bored.
We were going shopping because our good companion is no longer with us.
Retail therapy.
Is that generally
Yes,
what?
that's what I mean. That's what I
Is that what fleshies do when you're sad?
Yes.
Yes, we cheer ourselves up.
By shopping.
Material possessions.
One of the
indeed.
ways.
Strange. I read once of fleshies who would scream and throw themselves upon the graves of those they'd lost. Is that what something you want to do?
I mean, we don't have a grave, so.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Just memory. I'm sure she would have loved these photos.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Well, thank you, son.
You're very welcome.
Goodbye.
Buy more ribbon.
How much
Please come back.
ribbon?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't see anyone else in this shop buying your goods.
I sell plenty enough. Thank you.
So then why are we talking about ribbon?
I was just making a joke.
No. No. We're just going to address this a second. I am appalled that to a lack of manners and propriety. You are an owner of a business, sir. And now I do not adhere to the idea that the customer is always right. However, I do believe that some civility is required.
Just a second. Sorry, my good friend. You didn't have this attitude of the last salesman. And he was mean.
It's the hat.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Would you like me to go back, Marcus, and give the other
I
two
think
a
you're
break?
putting me on that.
Get a fight with me.
As you leave the shop, you hear him go. Anyway,
Listen, she's
Turn around, go back in.
I'm going to do that thing that kids do when their parents, and I think Kate's going to go up and say, I'm so sorry, just we've been through a lot. She's not, sorry, they're not usually like this. So I'm
understood. I was just trying to be somewhat light-hearted.
No, I
think it just
know.
came out.
It's so embarrassing. It's
It's fine.
Are you embarrassed by me, Kitty Keldane?
How did you hear that? You're not hearing
I'm
it.
a nanny bot, I hear everything.
And you make your way back out into the streets.
In that moment, yes.
Ian, you can make me a perception check, please.
Walk past the shop. What's going on?
Oh, Marionette's pronouns.
Got a natural 20 to start this one.
Right on.
Her pronouns are generally they, but she is more female presenting because nanny. But she's not a woman, she's a robot.
24.
Just so.
You are
So she'll take anything.
sort of approaching the market that you know of. And you're walking past people, no one's paying you any mind. You've been here long enough to be recognised. People recognise you sometimes. You head further into this sort of market, and you just at the corner of your ear. That is still
You
come out
call
right.
yourself and you still committed. Fair play.
Just at the corner of your ear shot.
Out of the corner of your ear.
Out of the corner of your ear, you hear one of the shop doors being sort of closed, and it just kind of catches you off guard a little bit. And you look over and you see these three individuals walk out. They don't look like they sort of belong here at the moment, and that certainly brings a draw to you.
A robot, a drow, and a halfling walk out of a fabric shop.
Yeah, and I think that like voice echoes in his head, like just like not like it's saying it again, but like there's such an unusual thing to happen for them. So it's just like you'll know them when you see them, kind of like you'll know them when you see them.
Yes.
Kind of, and he just watches for a bit, and like he'll like take a corner, maybe like on one of the side of the buildings, and just begins to perceive them for a bit. Won't like make himself known.
Sure.
Could we see him or them outside? If I was to be like looking out the door or a window.
What's your passive perceptions?
Passive perception.
My passives.
11.
14.
16. Told you I'm a nanny.
I'm going to say no. I don't think you do, because it's quite bustling in the minute. It's a very unusual place. You don't really know where specifically you are. Everything's a bit much at the
very
moment.
distracted by marionettes.
Like an individual catching you out in the crowd is not in the realms of your vision. It's just
And he'll just follow them for a bit, but at a distance, like he just wants to like make sure.
What else do you three do?
Or stay to the station.
Are we done here?
I think we're done here. Head to the station.
Yeah, I don't think we.
I do apologise for my outburst. I'm discovering things about myself I never knew.
Like I said, we've been through a lot. Maybe some of fear is rubbing off on me with that hat. But I think, I think it's a good thing.
I do like the hat.
We thought it was more aggression, I think.
Well,
Maybe not to poor shopkeepers, though.
well, I don't
Save
believe
it
he
for the
was
founder.
poor. He knew exactly what he was doing. Wouldn't put it past him to be in league with the founder.
Maybe he is the founder.
Wasn't in a fountain.
No.
So you want to sort of head towards the Bloodpunk station.
Yeah.
You don't know specifically what direction you're going in. So, I mean,
We'll sort of like be looking for like signs and things.
sure.
and-
I mean, you can make a perception check at that point to try and look for signs for the railways and stuff.
Oh, And I go walk outside and stuff. Right.
50.
5.
16.
Sorry, 6.
From where you are at the minute, you can't see signs saying blood cult station this way.
Maybe we should ask that person who's staring at us from across the way.
That we haven't noticed.
As you are looking around, you're like trying to find things, and I think that's when they sort of will like hunch their way over. You would probably see a goblin, and
Coming for my fucking brand.
and they are monsters.
Can we keep
Like-
him?
But they have this like very fleshy colour to them, very kind of like pale peach kind of pastels, and have this like elongated face and a nose that droops down to these like almost blood-soaked red teeth. They have these like long ears that like pull back but droop with like a heavy skin, and their head goes back to like a cone, and they're wearing like leathers that are boots, trousers, and like pockets, but then they've just got these straps that kind of hold everything up, and they walk with these kind of like gangly limbs where this like steam hammer hits the ground and their arm, and they like pull themselves forwards like as if they were like on crutches, and it's like swinging the legs through. And where is it you are looking to go? You look lost.
Oh, hello. Yes, we are. We're looking for the Blood Cult Station.
Kraglin knows the way.
Oh, are you Kraglin?
I am
Kraglin?
Hello, Kraglin.
Is that all one word?
It
Is
is
it 2 G's?
Yeah.
1.
one.
One.
Kraglin.
Just for my notes here.
K or C? K.
Oh, I put a C.
So did I.
Oh, I assumed you see. There we go.
Never assume.
Never assume.
Make an ass of you and me.
That takes me back, doesn't it?
And where is it that after that you need to go?
Seriously.
Well, why do you want to know, Kraglin?
Let's go.
You look lost.
What's your deal, Kraglin? We're unused to the kindness of strangers, you see. Forgive us being a little cautious.
Yeah. For the area, obviously, kind of like obviously Kraglin's history and stuff like that, and obviously what happened in terms of like coming here. That's quite unusual, right? That's never happened before. Nothing like that is.
You've not heard stories of this sort of thing.
No. Kraglin was not supposed to be here.
Neither were we.
How did you get here?
I brought myself here, but was not my intended direction.
How did you travel?
As I travel now, I know the Undergarot well.
He is useful.
You are useful. Where were you hoping to get to, Kraglin?
I was heading to D4 when I was waylaid, and a voice rang out in my head that knew me by name
Yes.
Oh.
and told me to find 3 lost travelers.
Did it sound quite up himself, the voice?
As if he'd come from a position of privilege.
Just assuming things about you that you don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had
Yeah.
wondered if they were people from Cyherested looking down on miners like myself. But
Oh, you a baby.
no. Miner with a
Oh, I see. Apology.
And like you see, like he has this massive blood steam hammer designed for like crushing rock, and like, yeah, he looks like maybe like I don't know, you know, like goblin, like not. He's kind of middle aged and
Yeah.
kind of grumpy looking, and like his skin's not like it doesn't pull back. It's very saggy.
Are we talking like Gringotts Goblin or
Yeah.
Yoda's weird cousin?
No, so I usually I always go with the Pathfinder Goblin. This time I am going for like the D&D slash kind of yeah, the kind of Hogwarts-esque kind of Gringotts Goblin kind of look. And I do not
succumb to the whim of many, but when you wake up, not knowing why you were fallen asleep,
Oh,
and
yes.
your charter is gone.
Have you had visions?
No, but this was like a vision.
Yes, well, sorry about that, Craglin, but you've probably got some more of those in your future.
Is it you?
It wasn't
not
us,
no.
definitely not us, but we have also been victim of such visions.
Who is the voice?
Do you know the founder?
Do I know the founder?
You've certainly heard of the founder.
I know of this vampire.
Yeah.
It's him.
Why would the founder want to be?
Wish we knew.
Why does he want you?
I wish we
No
knew.
idea. Absolutely.
He's not very forthright with answers, really.
And where do you need to be?
Cyherested.
You will need to get to the station.
Could you show us?
Can you help me then? I feel like
Do you know the way?
I do. And like he'll just like gets on his hammer in his other hand and he's like, starts
There he
like
goes
moving
then.
off.
Let's follow.
Yep.
And will lead them towards the station. Don't go in there. Flames is a dick.
Would I quite like to?
You have to make
Cigarette.
Yes.
You have to make your way, kind of, because you're in the middle of the market sort of place in the minute, just sort of chatting, and you have to make your way further through the market to get out the other side, and you sort of do so, and then as you sort of like still in the thick of it, but not quite on the outskirts of this market. Like someone like drops like a bag of flour and it just kind of poofs into this like cloud all over you, and then Marionette, you're like kind of like bumped into by someone like running past.
Excuse you.
Can I make a perception check to see if she's been
You can.
pickpocketed?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Perception check.
I wanted to make the same.
At disadvantage because you're in this flower cloud.
No, I can't
Oh, natural
My-
1 for a 9.
Natural 2 for a 6.
Yay!
We're back, baby.
Anyone else making a perception?
Yeah.
Oh, why not?
Disadvantage, you said.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Perception check at disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh.
17.
You said, oh.
I know, I rolled a 19 first.
That is a 7.
You, for anyone who rolled higher than probably a 15, you don't recognise this person at all. You've never seen them before. They look quite small, perhaps could have been a child or an adolescent kid. You're not really sure. And you kind of like, this flower cloud is around you, and trying to like wave it away, trying to see what's going on. And Marionette, something is in your hand.
Oh! Oh!
That was so close to being inappropriate.
It's under.
Oh, it's under.
Don't trust the goblin.
Oh!
They're monsters.
Oh! A proposition. Meet above the clock tower cliffs. Midnight! Exclamation mark. Excellent use of punctuation. Oh,
Sounds exciting.
appropriate capitalization.
I don't know what that is.
A note. How interesting.
Exciting, intriguing.
Did I see this kid throw this?
You saw Marionette kind of get bumped into, like knocked to the side a little bit. It's nothing like really hard or violent. It's just like Marionette happened to kind of be in the way of this kid or whoever as they were sort of running through.
Are they still just...
You can see that like they're trying to weave their way through the market and run. They're
Be
like
careful.
they're quite a distance and there's quite a lot of people around.
Theft is not allowed in the city, but there are still pickpockets. Do be careful.
Oh no, this wasn't a theft. This was a given.
Just a given?
A given.
They give them.
My interest is piqued.
What does it say?
It says meet above the clock tower cliffs. Midnight. Craglin, do you know the clock tower cliffs?
I do.
What are they?
The cliffs above the clock tower.
Makes sense.
Quite literally that.
Is it a nice area? Friendly? Or shady?
It's neither friendly or crime-ridden.
The Ziggurat Watch is all it is. Neither of those things. It is relatively safe, however.
What time of day is it?
Yes, it's hard to gauge.
You can't tell. At the minute, you're in a cavernous space with no natural light.
It's mid-morning.
You can't see from where you are right now a clock tower.
Okay.
Would you like to go to the station or this tower?
Oh no, we have to. We have to go to the clock tower now. Yes.
Time to kill.
We do.
Do I know what time
You
it is?
you probably would know what the time is, and at the
It's 5
minute,
to midnight, you say?
Well, that's handy.
Stay.
At the
Last
minute.
train's gone.
about early afternoon.
That's
It
not
is-
too bad.
You are halfway through your day.
We could do more shopping.
Or have a rest.
All that
Do you need
priorities.
to rest?
Perhaps you could tell us where the fine guest tavern.
Yes, this way.
And Craiglin will take them to the
Just a
closest
suggestion.
tavern.
With me.
So,
Key.
Lamp, please. please.
so a few seconds. Like, what the
Doesn't
fuck
have
is
his key.
Craiglin, you would know that there are sort of two popular inns around in Meridel. The first one is called the Green Robe. You know, it's owned by a half-orc of some sort. You've probably not been there, to be honest. You might have had a drink there once, but you tell me.
Sounds like we're going to the other one.
The other one is the Sour Apple.
There we
That
go.
one. Yeah, that's the one.
Cool.
Cider place if I ever heard.
Yeah.
The sour apple. Let's go.
And we'll just.
So for this one, you have
Yeah,
to
he doesn't wait. Like,
I love it.
you've got to make your way onto the hot swamp area.
I forgot about that song.
As
just washing himself as he goes through.
Is it like a kind of natural, like,
hot springs.
hot spring? So it's like, is it nice? It's like a sulphur
It's
bath.
not like horrible swamp.
Yeah, it's like a nice-
Yeah, it gives that vibe of being like a hot swamp.
Engage my ice cream wipers.
Yeah, very much like a sauna, that kind of thing. But you make your way sort of along these wooden walkways, and Craiglin, you sort of lead them, and you have to. You heat it from like west, so you kind of like going back on yourself a little bit until you find there's this larger establishment, but not. It's not massive by any means. It looks like it probably has 5-6 rooms in it. And you go. It's got 2 levels to it, and you sort of have to go through these wooden doors that are just at the front. There's no other entrances, and you can go in by all means. And you are presented with quite a simple place. Again, it's the sandstone sort of colour, and there are about maybe 3-4 tables in here. It's quite a confined establishment. It almost feels like a craft ale sort of brewery that's kind of like got a few tables showing off their ales. Yeah, very much that sort of thing.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. And I mean, Marionette, for you see the first person in here and you're like, automaton. There was another bloodwork automaton.
Oh, cool, they have vending machines in here. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if Marionette's ever seen many other automaton actually.
You've seen them like around,
Yeah, but not
they're
like-
few and far.
Yeah.
Like dogs passing in cars.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Stop it!
And you can see they're like certainly smaller in stature to you, and very much more for a utilitarian purpose. But they look like they own this establishment, and they're kind of like cleaning glasses out, but like very methodically, just like.
Some very good joint action.
And they kind of look up. Welcome to the Sour Apple.
This is a lovely establishment.
Are you interested in my sour apple pies?
I cannot eat.
Good point. How about you fleshies?
Can vampires eat regular food?
You could eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I promise you, it's my best product.
I don't doubt you. I would love to try some, thank you.
And he sort of, there's like this kind of like fake wall that's behind the bar, and you sort of like, he looks like he's going to go into the wall, and he just goes behind this fake wall. And you can hear him like rummaging around. and you hear like a door opening and closing, and he comes back out with this large crumble pie, and he puts it onto the bar, and it smells delicious.
What is it? So just apple pie?
It's a sour apple
Just grabs
crumble pie. Does that taste nice?
It will do. I like sweet.
Takes another handful of your pie.
Do you think you would have had some before? Or do you think
Yeah.
Okay. It's always delicious. Even though you might put like a bit of like a, it's all right.
Like he'll eat anything, but like he likes
This
it.
is very good stuff.
And you're paying.
Yes, I would like to be paid. I have to keep this running.
I mean,
Drink.
you did offer, and I
Pay the automaton,
Okay.
please, Marcus.
fine. How much?
Only 2 fangs for this. I assume
Okay.
you're from Kanrath.
Yes, we are from
I can
Kanrath.
see by your blood work at work.
Oh, I never knew that was an indicator.
Well, there are certain engravings that are typical of Kanrath make.
Oh, well,
I'm surprised you did not already know.
no, I know surprisingly little about my own make, I must say. What is your programming designation?
My name is Wilder.
Hello, Wilder, I'm Marionette.
Very nice to meet you,
And
Marinette.
very nice to meet you, Wilder.
Can I get you anything else?
Do you have any WD-40?
I'm sure I've got some around somewhere. And he goes back behind the
bolts
fake
are a little
wall and
loose.
rubbages some more. And he'll has like an oil can. You may use as much as you like.
Oh, thank you very much.
I've got plenty here.
Good to know. I've taken quite the beating.
Oh dear, that sounds awful.
It was.
I shan't ask.
Thank you, that's very polite. I think I'm in love.
It's right, because Kitty's literally like looking up at these, just like the biggest grin, just like, oh my god.
I think when you two are enamored and pie's gone. Just like you like douse whatever drink it is and then we'll like hunch over to a table and just like sits down.
It's a good job I've got plenty of those.
Do you have any refreshments with which my my fleshy friends might partake in?
Of course, I have this thing called cider.
Cider.
I
Can't drop the
specialise.
Cornish there, can you? Cider.
Cider. I specialise in all things to do with apples.
Oh, fascinating. Was that something that you were programmed with, or is this a discovery you have made?
When I was made, I had a particular hypersensitivity to the taste of apples.
Oh.
And you can see his jaw moves.
What that jaw do?
Like, he doesn't need to open the jaw to speak. As you can see, like there's a little bit of like a light that comes through when he speaks. But he like demonstrates the jaw being.
That is fascinating. Where were you made?
I was made right here in Meridel.
Oh, that is quite marvellous.
About 5 years ago now, I count.
Oh, baby.
And 11 months and 3 days.
Wow, that is quite...
2 hours, 14 minutes.
30 seconds, 32
Indeed.
seconds, 33
Yes.
seconds.
That is constantly in my brain.
We call it autism.
That's just a standard with automatons. It comes as a pre-download.
Itism. It's an Apple feature. This guy. I should have an Apple joke. I was trying to think of one.
And Marionette's like, can you like sit at the bar?
Yeah, there's
Marionette's fully sitting in and just like...
2 stalls at
Yeah.
the bar, absolutely.
So, do you enjoy living in Meridel?
I'm not sure if enjoying is the word, but I was made here and I do my duty, and I'm very lucky to have built this establishment.
It is your duty to run this establishment.
I've made it so.
Who built you?
I don't really know their name.
Oh, me neither.
I was made and then given freedom.
Free? Oh. Oh.
So here I am, and doing what I think I know best.
Well, you seem to be doing very well for yourself.
I keep the place running.
You do. It's rather marvellous.
May I have a pint of cider?
Of course, sir.
What do you suggest?
Well, the finest sour apple cider. It is.
Take a pint of
It is the most basic one, but I believe you and me. It is
Suggested
my best one.
I'll try it. I want to try some cider from deep in the earth.
And here it's like all bottled. There's no taps or anything. And it goes back behind the fake wall, and
It's gone.
you can hear like some sort of unit being opened, and he brings like a bottle of the sour apple cider, and you can see it literally just says sour apple cider by Wilder at the bottom.
Is it handwritten?
Yeah. It's not. He's not got to the point where like printing stage for labels or anything like that. It's just handwritten on every single bottle. There you go. That'll be 10 fangs, please.
Give 10 fangs.
And can I have some of that lovely pie? How much was it again?
I believe 2 fangs. It depends on what kind of portion you want.
Oh, just a small one, please.
Get more.
Falls out from the table.
Kitty is trying to do this secretly, by the way. She hands over the money and also this.
I'm getting something.
Oh, I love this place, and I love.
Is it a fucking "Do you like my friend" box?
No. Close.
It's a schematic of what she's like without it. It's like their circuits are on show. What that ratchet do?
He's gonna roll a check.
Oh, he has an antenna.
He opens.
I'll get that for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And he's not hiding it by any means. So he is like clearly opening some sort of like a scrap of paper, and you can see kind of like the eyes go along and read it. Look back at you. Goes back to the note. And you can see like if he could squint, he's squinting at you. You know,
Does the automaton squint?
you know this is not money, right?
I love it.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
And he kind of like
No,
folds
I
it back
did
up.
not. But the money was there with. No. Can you read?
I can read just fine.
Okay.
And he like puts the note somewhere like on the shelf or below the bar, and just kind of gives you like the side eye.
She's like,
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Would everyone else like a drink?
I can't drink, but I'll quite happily sit here while you do.
oh, I'll have a drink with my. Yeah. Because I don't know why I didn't
Still
order
going?
my pie.
More, please.
3 sour apple cider.
More pie.
Are we just getting wasted?
Yes, we have until midnight.
If it's 3 more, then it's an extra 30 fangs. Or staves, if that's what you have. Marionette, roll me a insight check.
Insight check, okay.
His eye, one eye's just blinking at you.
15.
You've not been around other automatons, but you are one yourself.
Yeah.
And this one is like Wilder is clearly a bit more structured, as it were. It's like he has certain tasks and he'll do it a certain way. A bit more robotic, as it were. But you can see, like, for a moment after Kitty's paid with her money.
Still just like.
That, like, he looks like he almost drops a glass as he's trying to clean it.
Oh dear.
And like almost stumbles over something, and you can not what you know him to be in the few moments that you've known him. It's
Are you quite well?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. I am fine.
Should you run a diagnostic?
Okay.
I will do that in a moment.
I sometimes find that I have a small screw in my knee joint that plays havoc, but that's because I believe it was a little twisted when it went in.
Oh dear, that sounds like a manufacturing issue.
It does, doesn't it? But it gives me no bother most of the time.
Would you like me to take a look at it?
Oh, yes, please, thank you. I haven't actually had my yearly MOT yet, so that would be appreciated.
Very well, and he will go back behind the fake wall again.
Kitty's just like losing it in a corner, just like.
Please stay where you are.
Okay.
Did you say your name yet?
I think I'm
Very true.
Marionette.
Yes. Please stay where you are, Marionette. I will be there in a moment.
But she sits very still.
You haven't told him your name, but somehow he knows it.
Oh, you just... I think this automaton might be
He's rummaging around.
I think it just fates Marionette, really.
What is fate? That looks like a cup of cum.
It's mac and cheese with white truffle sauce.
It's amazing, actually. It's really fucking good.
What's that?
It's in the mud though.
It just makes it wrong, doesn't it?
It does.
No.
Anyway.
With
Oh,
cock.
God.
I'll wait very still.
About a minute or so passes, and the rest of your party currently like having some cider, and he comes back around, and he's got like basically like a toolkit that where it like opens up into these layers. You can see like another spare oil can in there, like spanners, wrenches, all sorts of stuff in there specifically for automatons.
It's like a sex dungeon for you guys, isn't it?
And he brings it round to the front of the bar where you're on the stool. And he gets to his knee and he puts the toolkit down, and he sort of, may I?
Oh, yes, please.
And he'll sort of pull basically your calf over his leg. And
We're getting a lot from this, Shibora. This is the most romantic shit I've ever heard. And it's two soulless fucking beings.
And he'll start to inspect the joint of your knee, and he kind of gets a few tools out and kind of like makes a few adjustments, and every now and then he kind of like gets you to just kind of move your knee a little bit to see if it feels any better, and he's very much like, he's being very gentle, and like you've got like one hand under your knee and like moving your heel, trying to like wear it in, get the oil in, sort of thing.
Someone's got a shin fetish over there.
And about sort of 5-10 minutes pass.
Fucking hell, that's a lot.
Just a man.
This is robot foreplay, Alex.
Robot foreplay. And he'll stand back up with his toolkit all packed away nicely. Does that feel better for you, Marionette?
It really does. That's rather marvellous. It's a very handy little kit that you have there.
Did you not have one?
Oh, there are a few odds and ends in the kitchen drawer which I can make use of, but my master usually just made sure that my yearly checks were done, and that was that, I suppose. I probably should have taken better care of myself, I suppose.
If you don't mind me asking, when's the last time you had a check?
I just want to know.
He does not smile.
It probably would be coming up to a year, yes.
Oh, so it's about time you had a check.
Probably, yes.
Would you like to go behind the wall?
This is amazing. This is one of the best interactions I've ever had. And I love it. I'm not even part of it. It's amazing.
The trouble is, obviously, my usual mechanic is back in Kanrath.
That is quite some distance from here.
It is.
Will you be going back there anytime soon?
Unlikely.
Right. Did you have plans to have a check done soon?
I mean, it would depend on if I found a reputable mechanic.
I mean, if you're happy with what I've done here, if he could blush, he blushes. I'd be happy to do you a full check for you also.
I think, again, if Marionette could blush, she'd blush. Oh, Potter. I mean, like, kind of removes the hat a little bit and just puts it down. And it's like sort of smooths some of the... just like, almost like... Gets a sort. There's like a small buffer attachment that busts, like some of the filigree. I would be most grateful. That would be very, very chivalrous of you.
Obviously, it will be in a more private space. You and I both know that it can be revealing.
Indeed, it can be very intimate.
Agreed.
Yes.
Does tonight sound good?
As long as it's before midnight.
That can be done. And you go back behind the bar.
Marinette will get out her little diary and write in MOT.
My God, that's the name of the episode.
Kitty, what's happening?
You sound like it went very well. You doing
What happened? What happened?
I think that was flirting.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah.
It's new.
Yes. How did it feel?
I don't know. My blood feels bubbly.
Bubbly. Wow. That just means you're doing
In a
it
sort of
right.
fizzy way.
Fizzy?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I've got the fizzy bloods, Kitty.
We all get there at some point.
Fizzy bloods. Oh, God.
Wow. I just threw a box of tampons at Steph.
One could say I feel like a free spirit. Tesco's, we are absorbent and ready for your sponsorship.
Every little helps.
Goodness.
And on that, you sit down with the rest of your party and you have a nice cider. But we will go to break. And we will be back. Well, for you guys, it's pre-recorded, so pretty much instantly. But for now, see you in a bit. So,
Jesus, really?
you caught that one though, didn't you? You caught it.
I don't know.
Did it come out or did you catch it?
I caught it.
Yeah. Yes.
What happened?
Luckily, it's right at the start.
You grabbed it and you pulled it back.
We nearly made a faux pas.
Yeah.
It's gone around the table. We've done it one each at
Yeah.
It
least.
was my turn.
Yeah.
But you saved it. It's fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's unintentional.
Break has been had.
Cold showers.
But this actually brings up like a really valid point. Like there are things that like you would joke around with a trusted friendship group and things that you wouldn't. And obviously, like we talk a lot like about bodily function stuff and about like gender equality and about especially like I think for many people around this table things like your sexuality and stuff like that as well. And I think it's safe for us to do that. And I know that we put a lot of that out there, but we talk a lot about it behind the scenes as well. And we will joke about things, especially you and I, like gay, stuff like that. And it's you know, early 2000s, that was kind of like what you said all the time, but now like you really shouldn't say that out in public. But I think if you were in a close circle of friends and it's kind of fine with everybody, you know, it's not said like in a way to like that's meant to offend someone. Whereas I think a lot of people would use that as a slur and stuff. So it's interesting. But, stay safe with your friends, but you know, I don't think anybody around the table means to offend anyone.
No, everything comes from a place of love. Even that was with love.
Yeah, and this is the thing, 'cause I know that like half of my shtick is to be like, yeah, go fuck yourself and stuff like that. But like even then, like, I think that comes across, and I would hope it comes across. But well, someone somewhere will be like, oh my god, these guys are fucking awful, but fuck yourself.
We like each other.
We do.
Ian likes us 17% of the time at tops.
Yeah. Is it 17 or was that enough?
You went down to 16 because you got goody two shoes, and this I found out when we were at Siobhan's birthday, and I didn't like that you were all formed prefects and head boys and girls.
Oh yeah.
It made me
Little swaps over here.
Yeah, it just made me go no.
Alex, were you ever a prefect or anything?
No, I went to a public school.
So did I.
Very
So did I.
public school. Not in like I went to a public school and not a fancy.
You went to a hellhole like me.
Yeah, it was a fucking hellhole.
Yeah.
Have prefects?
No.
Oh God.
That means
But I looked down on them.
Well,
I did
we
it
were
for
the
the
kids
t-shirt.
with badges, so
With a t-shirt.
head girl, yo.
Like generally, me and many other people did prefects just because we wanted the red T-shirt. Everyone else had light blue, but you stood out with them red.
I didn't just skip the lunch queue.
I don't fucking hate
I did it because
so
I genuinely enjoyed school.
That was what your school was like. You stand out and get fucking beat
Oh,
up.
yeah, absolutely.
Fucking yeah.
Did you have
My school was one size
cheese
fits all,
breads?
basically.
Yeah.
Cheese breads.
Yeah, like at the sort of the school cafe.
We had like a baguette.
It was
Oh
like,
my god.
For us, it was like a round bun, but literally just melted cheese on top.
No.
Ours was a baguette in half,
food.
beans, cheese, sausage.
We didn't have that. We just
It was good.
they didn't give us that
The
kind
whole
of
school
stuff.
for our cheese bread just went fucking feral for it. It's just bread with cheese on top. That's all it
Innocent
is.
bread with
Just
cheese.
pizza without
And
the
it was like
sauce.
30p for a bit of cheese bread.
Wait, did you have anything nice at your school?
I'll tell you a little bit about my school, right? I didn't find out I was dyslexic until I was in my 20s. I even pronounced dyslexic wrong.
Oh,
I also didn't find out I was
sadly.
dyspraxic until I was in secondary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very,
I was
very,
just
very
an
poor
underachiever.
district. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because I was excelling in my own head, I was then held back into intermediate sets because like, oh, well, he's dyspraxic now, so he cannot be in the higher sets. So I had extra time in exams and stuff like that, but I was not allowed to go past a C as a top mark in GCSE.
Oh, do you know what was fucking... Okay, so, similar. I was in like a lower tier in mathematics. The highest I could achieve was a grade D. Most universities would only accept a C or above.
So you just stopped trying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I know all of this. I know it before you stopped taught me it, and I just stopped trying, stopped turning up, and just turned straight to drugs and skateboarding.
Wow, trauma.
Yeah. So I was literally growing up in the inner city of Nottingham.
I fucking hate it.
I made some good friends. Two of which we saw at UK Games Expo. And if you're watching this, Chris and Andy, I truly miss you.
Bless you.
And my friends were the best thing about school, otherwise I wasn't there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I had much better things to put in my body.
Speaking of,
Learn
Yeah.
What a great segue.
Very good.
recap it, Jack.
Well, I was going to say we come back. I'll set the scene once more. We left the break at the Sour Apple, where Wilder
You're going to have a wilder night tonight. Never expected.
Wilder, another bloodwork automaton who you've now found out has been built in Merodell, owns this establishment and makes his own cider and his own sour apple crumble pies. Having just serviced sort of one part of Marionette.
Just one.
You got the snort. He serviced one part of her and she was done.
Yeah.
Lying there having a cigarette.
00101.
I like that.
You currently have this establishment to yourselves. There's no one else in here.
Everyone leave.
So we lock the doors.
We're here for locking. But at the moment, you know, it's still about mid, almost approaching late afternoon. At this point, it's just, yeah.
I suggest you get as drunk as possible. Not you.
I can't.
That's not advice I'm giving.
Can vampires get drunk?
Good point. They still consume the alcohol. It's like, I'd say so.
Because
They don't have, they have a higher constitution
And I'm a
you normal average human, but
if I were to like
it's impossible.
suck a piss head, would I get drunk?
Book,
Are
please.
you playing me now?
Book, please.
Yeah, that deserves it. Suck a piss head.
Oh, I can't. So all I want is like when we get to the point where this book's full, maybe it's in like a year, 2 years, 5 years, wherever, and to just have a T-shirt that just fucking quotes them all.
It should be in like really small fine print, so it's like got all of it all over the T-shirt. You have to really look into it. Be like, oh, I remember that one.
Yeah. Just for us, just fucking.
Just us.
You're not in the book yet, are you?
No, Siobhan
No,
isn't
not
yet.
funny enough.
Or you're just well spoken enough.
No. No.
I think did Picky Tea make it? No, I don't think Picky Tea made it. That's a normal thing.
Oh, no, I wouldn't bother.
What do you mean? Please,
He's gonna have a bit.
clarify. What do you mean, suck a piss head?
Well,
Explain it in great detail.
I'm not like I love like the whole aesthetic of vampirism, but I'm not up there with my lore. So like vampires, they have like they're basically undead, right?
Yeah.
They don't have blood that's like a life-sustaining force, so they have to rely on other people's blood. That's why they suck blood.
Yeah.
If you were
in holes.
if you were to suck the blood of someone who is highly intoxicated.
Well, in what we do in the shadows, they get like blood drunk,
Yeah, that's true.
like blood druggy.
You've seen fear get into places with both rage and thirst.
Okay.
If you were purely from an alcohol perspective, I'd say you can still enjoy it, just takes you a lot more.
Okay.
Because as a vampire, you've got a higher constitution.
Because the blood's still got, like, I guess if you're speaking blood alcohol level, like,
Yeah,
it's still going to have, it's going to be different
affected.
to, like, normal blood, so it's going to affect you in a certain type of way, but I guess what that is...
I think this module's not written to have you think too much into.
Vampire drunk.
Yeah.
The sucking of piss heads is not within the book.
Should be a subtitle.
If
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah, the sucking of his head.
It's either that or MOT. I'm not sure.
Like MOT.
MOT winky face.
The automaton wink.
That's a good name.
Yeah,
That's the name of a bar.
Yeah.
Right, I'll find out.
The
Oh,
winky
no, I might have
automaton, now
something
that's
like
a good
that.
pub name. The winky automaton.
Yeah, the wink. It's just a sign going.
Yay!
Anyway.
What would you like
Automaton
at this
blink.
moment? As Wilder is still sort of behind the bar,
So we get to know our,
cleaning the place up, being tidy.
we get to know our new friend.
You can. I'm getting to know you
Yes, I
from
think
doing it.
Marinette is dealing
Absolutely.
with feelings I don't think she's had before.
Okay.
Where are you all from then?
Kanrath.
You all just traveling because you don't know why? You're just following the same voice that beckoned me to you.
Yeah.
In a certain way. I mean, not resisting along the way, but
And so you are a halfling, yeah. Yeah. And even then, there are vampires here. It's like you said, it's a melting pot. So it's not. I mean, even like a goblin, and they are monsters, is here, and no one's batting an eyelid at them. And it's just so I don't think that's going to be a weird thing for him to be kind of like wondering why you'd all be together and stuff. But
You are an unusual group of people to come out of Kanrath. I would expect more of his kind or more of your kind, but I don't know how many automatons are there, but we actually have quite a few here.
There are some, but not too many.
And you don't have your freedom.
No, I am a automaton in servitude.
To who?
Yes, questionably now. Unclear.
This voice?
No, my master is Master Wyron Cresses. Was my master. Yes.
do I know that? No, I don't think you would know it whatsoever. I've got one focus.
Kill the Crimson King.
I am a miner, a ruby miner, here in the Undergarot.
It's a very fine profession.
Very fine hammer you have there as well. I've never seen a bloodwork hammer before.
It is a blood steam hammer.
Sorry.
Common here. We don't have blood work weapons. The blood steam is much of the power here, and I'm assuming that's what's powering like the lights and powering everything
Yeah,
else
I mean,
around
it's
here.
still made of the same sort of technology, like angst lamps and stuff. You still have to like feed it blood, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But like the blood steam weapons, you're absolutely right. That is the specialty of Meridel. They work differently. It's still the same sort of technology with blood mixing with angst, but done in a different way. Yeah.
I don't know why I was pulled from my charter, but I am curious. And apparently it will reward me well.
I think that's probably our motivations here, was anyway.
I would urge caution at the rewards. They often come with a price.
Rubies, staves, fangs. I'm happy with any of these.
The rewards we've encountered so far have been more blood-based.
I think Kitty kind of shows, like, yes, these weren't here before, and I've been altered in a way that I'm not. Oh, this is okay, but I mean, unless you want to become a vampire, I think.
I do not.
No.
And like when you make that motion, it's like almost like he subconsciously also makes that like,
Yeah,
he's almost like copying your facial expressions. Like his intelligence isn't all there, but he's like he knows himself in the area. But it's like you like what do you think? He's like copying it almost, and he has like fangs, like goblin fucking needle fangs, and like his gums are clearly like red raw. You imagine there's partly like apples and blood.
The classics, apples and blood.
We know how to party here in Merida.
Clearly.
Who is it you are meeting at the Clock Tower Cliff?
Don't know.
We have
idea.
absolutely no idea.
Would anybody be looking to hurt you?
Probably.
Do you fight well? You do not sound confident.
Well, it depends on what we're
I
fighting.
think we can hold our own.
Yeah.
Don't sell ourselves short. I think.
Well, we didn't die,
No.
so...
No,
We've made it thus far.
quite right.
Merida.
Marcus is actually very adept.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, don't undersell yourself.
Oh, well,
You are both very fine warriors.
yes,
your understanding.
Kitty has a wonderful little blood orb that she flings around.
Are you from Cyherested?
No.
I know of his kind from Kanrath. Your kind are usually from Cyherested.
Yeah. I do. I try to keep it under wraps, she says. With
Good job there's no one else in there.
Yeah, I know. No, I was born and bred Kanrath. Somehow seep through the cracks. I don't know how. I don't know.
Probably because you're so small.
We have a habit of slipping through cracks. That's why I kind of work the mines.
That's why I'm 16.
I'm so skinny.
Skinny legend.
Crack in the floor.
Oh no, I fell for it.
So your background is mining,
Yes.
presumably because you are a goblin.
It's very presumptuous. Sorry.
No, he is quite right. I kind of only good
Over
for
a
one
cat
thing.
with blood. Well done, Kitty.
There is a very high population of dwarves down here.
Yes.
Understandably, they love the underground, as do goblins. But you're the first of your kind that we've seen down here or encountered down here.
There are more around, but goblins and dwarves tend to populate the mines. Yes, both work well in that situation.
Love that. As a piece of fantasy, above table. I love dwarves and goblins.
What's above the table?
Bricky's above the table.
Why are you carrying a brick?
It's his friend.
There's a long story.
Meet Bricky.
Perhaps I will tell it one day. I'll tell it right now. I happened upon it, and it's been with me ever since.
Cool story.
I don't know why I tried to draw that one out. Really nothing to that story, other than I have a brat.
I got a brand.
Yeah, sure, it's a Wales, didn't you, kid?
Got my bride.
It was very good, Brick. It's
I don't know where to go with this conversation.
Would anyone like another round?
Yes, please.
Oh,
You're
no,
fine.
yes, go to the bar, Mary.
Okay.
Go. Talk.
I'm going.
More.
Okay.
Hi.
We'll have another round on pie, please.
Without a doubt, here it comes, Marinette.
Thank you very much.
Background of fake wall again. He loves that fake wall.
It's a very good fake wall.
It is.
Can we like see like around the other side of it?
You can see like a slight edge where like it's like layered onto the back wall, and there's like a small little slipway that he goes through, and it goes around a corner. So you imagine there's some like sort of storage space around there, but you hear more rummaging around.
How stiff is he?
I'm sorry. Quite.
Is he like?
Like C3PO level.
Oh, right. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
No, not fucking.
Very slightly. It's Marinette is
7.
Marinette's quite fluid with emotions.
Yes, she is.
Wilder is a little
Someone's been horse riding.
bit. Wilder's a bit more controlled. Just like purposeful with his movements. And
Why is there not tons of erotic fan art?
but Wilder returns with what seems like a freshly baked sour apple crumble pie once more.
Fuck me, that was fast. Just make that right now, or do they have it in the fridge?
Microwave.
I keep it in a special container that keeps it nice and hot after freshly baked.
It's very clever. I have many containers.
Do you?
I do. And I'm gonna I'll release one to show my little blood vials and these. I have this one, and I have this one, and I have this one.
The fucking spring noise. Boing!
Yeah, it's just all they're all spring loaded.
Not you.
Oh, I say.
Those seem like very useful compartments.
They are. They've proved most useful.
What do you use them for the most?
Storing things at the moment. They're fairly new to me. I didn't have so many before, but I've got my sort of contact details here, and I keep some. And I think she'll show off the little music box, and I keep most of my talents here. Sorry.
Yeah, that was very
So, I mean,
Didn't even think that through.
I didn't think anything of it until he snorted. I was like, oh.
I like all.
It's just really cute.
I was not thinking cute things.
That's a very unique contraption you have there, Marionette. Is this a custom thing just for you, or is it this normal for Kanrathian automatons?
I confess I do not know. It's just something that I've always had. I'm a nanny, you see, and it's been quite useful for soothing the children with whom I am in charge.
I think I understand, but I've not been around children before.
They're quite lovely.
I'd like to meet them one day.
Oh, yes, well, once I have found them again, perhaps.
Have you lost them?
Well, they went on holiday, you see, and didn't come back.
That is quite distressing.
Has been.
Is that why you're here now?
In part, yes. Yes.
Well, I
Sort
hope...
of on a side quest, as it were.
I hope you find them.
Thank you.
What are their names? How many of them are there?
There are two, Tobias and Lena.
Those seem like good names.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll meet them one day if we happen to keep talking to each other.
Well, if you... she'll bring out, she'll undo the arm and take out an empty blood vial. If you would give me just a small vial of your blood, perhaps we could talk when I am nearer.
And he just immediately sort of opens a valve. This doesn't usually happen.
Fucking hell.
This has never happened to me before. You are just so pretty. Your skull.
He shuts off a valve and then fills.
Shuts off a valve.
And fills the empty vial with blood.
Marinette will kind of take it and pop it back in. I think she puts it where Fia's blood used to be.
Oh, yeah, that guy, I'll get him gone.
Yeah,
this guy's way better.
He's dead.
I love this guy. Wow, he's the best.
Close it back up. So I believe we're here for a while. So whenever you're off work, if the offer of an MOT still stands.
Of course, I believe that's still the plan.
Good. I'll just check my diary. Yes, that's still there.
Let me check mine. Yes, it's still good.
Good. Wonderful. Well, I'll be there.
Sure. Give me another hour and then I will be able to MOT.
Thank you. And I'll take the tray and put it down. I'm fizzy.
You're doing great.
I don't understand anything that's happening.
Just go with it. Just
He
go
asked
with
about children. It was lovely.
Does he want kids?
Kitty. We're made of metal.
Construct something together.
Build a baby. Build a baby.
You know in robots, you just literally grow and change apart. He's a fucking dishwasher. This guy's an oven. He's an easy make oven. He's like a seahorse. He's gonna carry the kid.
Oh my
Are you going
God.
home to write /fic?
I'm all for this. This is all I want the campaign to be now. I just don't want any... Yeah.
Super serious, guys. Super serious.
I'll go dig up rubies and just do that for the rest of this campaign. I'll just grind for money while you guys have a happy life. Can that just be the campaign?
It's no longer Bloodpunk, it's robot romance.
Oh, there's got to be a pun in there about like robots and prejudice or something like that.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
I mean, he says better now, but you know, if you want to just spend that time sort of chatting, drinking, that's fine. We can pass that time over. And he sort of comes from behind the storage unit again, and well, I think I'm finished for the day. I'm probably going to close up shop now. Are you ready?
Yes. Kitty, would you look after my hat?
My pleasure.
Thank you. Are my friends all right to wait here?
We can watch if that's okay.
No.
This is quite a private event.
Can vampires see through walls? No.
Superman.
Spider climb on the ceiling.
Creepiest voyeur.
It's all right, you just carry on.
It's a cock ceiling.
Well, we can just stay in the front of the bar, make sure that nobody.
That is fine with me.
Drink?
I have to escort them to the clock tower cliff face by midnight. Will you be done by then?
I believe so. It depends how bad of a condition. Marionette.
Dirty shit.
I'm trying to...
Kind of banged up she is.
So many puns. I should be done by midnight.
If you'll let us wait here, then, or if you need us to move on.
You can wait here, that's absolutely fine. I will provide you with some free drinks. As I would now consider you friends.
Oh.
If you consider me a friend back also.
Definitely. Well,
Think about it. Of course.
well, I'm Kitty. I don't think we actually introduced ourselves.
Oh, Kitty, very nice to meet you. I am Wild.
Marcus.
Marcus, also very nice to meet you. I am also Wild.
No, I'm Marcus.
Raglin, I met you before.
And you make good pie, Wilder.
Thank you. It's quite a compliment coming from you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you chew in on whatever's fucking available.
Well, if that's all...
I'm just having a lovely time, Wilder.
Give her the full circle.
I can't wink. That was really bad.
As do the automaton.
But that was offensive.
You can do it, you're fine now.
You closed your other eye. That was so fucking good.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sorry, Wild.
That's the fucking clip right there. And you covered one eye and closed the other. Oh my god. The IQ in this room just fucking dropped.
I do apologise for Kitty, she's learning.
It's okay.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm crying again.
Now then, just keep drinking. Thank you.
What's wrong with your
Our
eye?
automaton ways can be quite hard for the flesh folk.
Indeed. As their ways can be confusing also.
That is very true.
Yes.
I never get them.
No.
And he'll, for lack of a better term, take you up.
Not upstairs. Is there even an upstairs? I mean, would they have?
There is an upstairs, to be fair.
Is it like an actual tavern? Like there are rooms to stay, or is it just like an eatery?
It feels like a large house that's just kind of been like purposefully made into a bar.
Yeah.
A bit like The Neighbourhood.
Oh, yes.
Kind of that sort of thing. It's like the downstairs has been made like as a bar, and upstairs are kind of like rooms and stuff.
You fucking so special. That was so good.
If you would please follow me. He'll lead you behind that fake wall into the sort of storage unit area. And it's not messy back here at all. It's very tight. Things are exactly where they mean to be. And you can see there's a very nice oven where you would imagine this crumble pie has been made. Hot. And you see there's another door at the back of this sort of storage space. And he goes through it, and it is sort of like a bedroom. But automatons don't really need beds as such.
Yeah.
There is a bed in there. He doesn't use it for the purpose of sleeping. You can see it's like one.
My boy got game.
This is the special sex bed.
This too is an automaton. This is
Excuse the whips on the wall.
Mr.
I like the way they're arranged in size.
There is not whips.
They're chains.
Yeah, they're chains. The metal ones. Oh.
Oh dear.
So,
Your organisational system is wonderful. It is very logical.
thank you. I do try my best to keep this place nice and tidy. It makes it much more efficient.
Absolutely.
And you can see he brought his toolkit with him, and he sort of lays it out on the floor once again. Where would you like to begin?
Oh, well, top to tail, I suppose.
I love that we're losing Siobhan on this so much.
Well, please take a seat so I can examine your faceplate and the rest of your head. And you sort of like, almost like a hairdresser's kind of like takes a little look around into all of you and like and sort of like just kind of like like giving you a haircut.
Holiday
but he's
anytime
got, like,
soon.
he's got like a wrench in one hand or whatever and like some small tools and
Some of the cogs were replaced last year.
I can see some of them are a little bit rusty.
Oh, yes, well, I've not had the means to upkeep terribly well.
That is most unfortunate. I should have some replacements and rummage for his toolkit. And, you see, it's like kind of like small boxes of different sized cogs and stuff like that. And yeah, and he starts kind of replacing small parts of your automaton makeup. I mean, what, something like 20-minute passes, and he's kind of like finished sort of fixing up your head. It's not quite as banged up as it was. It's looking in very good condition. I mean, it doesn't have any actual physical effect on you, but it feels good to be MOT'd.
Taken care of.
Taken care of.
Serviced in one area.
And then there's perhaps one moment where he's kind of like working on your faceplate, and because he doesn't work like straight in front of you, he's trying to avoid eye contact where he can, but he can't help but just lock eyes with you every now and then.
I'm not staring at you.
He's sort of like working on a bit of like cheekbone or something. Can I ask something?
Yes, of course.
Your friend earlier gave me a note.
Oh.
I'm not sure really what it means, but what does well fit mean?
Well fit.
Apparently you think I am it.
Oh.
You fucking cunt.
Well fit. I know those words.
You're a reporter and a journalist, and you came up with my mate thinks you're well fit.
When have I ever said she's a good journalist?
That's very true.
She's not wrong.
I know those words separately, but together is confusing. But I do think that you are very nice, and I have certainly felt I believe the fleshies would call it kinship with you, and things that are new, I suppose.
I believe I feel the same. I've met other automatons around in this area, but we sort of see each other as just colleagues, people who work around in the city. But you seem different, and I think I like that.
Yes. I feel nervous, but in a good way, I think.
A good way to put it. Emotions are obviously not our forte.
No.
But I've always believed that we can learn from those around us.
Yes. Knowledge is key to growth and understanding the world around us.
I wholeheartedly agree. If I had a heart, of course.
That's very funny, Walter.
Oh, this is great. I love it.
Don't fucking vote for Stefan. Yeah. You have no fucking shot. This guy should have been fucking nominated posthumously.
Oh my god.
I love that. I know it's the wrong word. I just fucking love it.
I think Marionette will just sort of like take his hand very gently. I have a journey I must take, but I should like to come back here again, if you would like that.
I think you are more than welcome here, Marionette. I've enjoyed this small experience with you, even if it's only been a few hours. I want to spend more time.
Yes. Perhaps I could, as a thank you for servicing me so well, design you a label for your product. I'm quite skilled with calligraphy.
I would like that very, very much. I've not been able to find anyone that's willing to help me on that front, so that would be very kind of you.
That's a t-shirt.
Tit for tat, as the fleshy said.
Is that what it's going to be called?
No, I don't think. I think that's something a little bit more for Dreamer Scene. But you called it just sour apple cider, yes?
Well, I thought I'd sell it as it is. That's what it is.
It says what it is, but perhaps a catchy title to give it some zhuzh. Is it fizzy
Zhuzh
or is it
sounds good.
still?
It is a little bit fizzy.
Tangfastic.
I like that name.
Tangfastic. Fizzy cider.
I'll make sure to at least write it on my bottles from now on until perhaps we sort a label out for them.
Yes.
Do you know a printer?
I can sense that you are not settled, and you speak of a journey that you must go on. Is it a dangerous one?
It is, yes.
How long do you think you'll be?
Maybe 3 or 4 visions away. I don't know. It's hard to say. I hope the answers we seek lie in Cyherested, but if I can find a way to complete it sooner, I would like that very much. It has been interesting and horrible and terrible, and I have opened my eyes to the true horrors of this world, and I see a great need for change, mostly within myself.
I would very much like to hear these stories at some point. I won't press you for now, because I can clearly see that you are slightly disturbed by what you've seen. I hope you come back safe, and be careful in Cyherested. I have heard it is dangerous. You've come from Kanrath, I'm sure you know exactly what dangerous means.
This place is bookended by danger. But, and I will take out from my inventory a broken music box that I picked up way back when, and I will hand it over, so that you know I will come back.
And he'll gladly take it, and he's very, very gentle with it. Thank you. I will certainly keep this and treasure it. Would you mind if I try to fix it? Or would you like it in this condition?
Her eyes kind of glow a little bit. Oh, if you can, yes, that would be wonderful. This one is good, but having something external would be marvellous.
I haven't had much experience with things like this, but I think I'm a fast learner. I think I can work it out. I'll take a look at it from time to time, and I will think of you when I do.
Marinette's going to be really brave and is just going to rest her forehead against Wilder's just for a moment before pulling away. Well, yes.
Well, I believe that's
yeah.
the MOT finished.
She hands out to shake.
Just
Thank
straight.
you. Thank you very much for your servicing. This is wonderful. I feel rejuvenated.
I'm very glad to hear that. Please come back again, Marinette.
I will. Thank you, Walter.
Closes up his toolkit, and he sort of lets you go through the door first, and leads you back out into the bar area. And you probably, over this entire time, been gone maybe an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours. But it's not midnight yet. You're good.
I have been thoroughly serviced.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That's what it is.
Didn't know your kind could do that kind of thing.
Really?
Did you have a good time?
I did.
How did you feel?
Fizzy, but constant.
Wilder's rolled over and gone to sleep.
Leave a Kanrath fang on the nightstand.
Gets up and hangs Cabell up.
Do you think we'll see him again?
Well,
For another service?
I did promise to come back, so
Oh,
I left him with a little something, so yes. I think I will.
Oh, I'm so happy.
What does well fit mean?
It means
Sexually attractive.
no. It means you, whoever thinks that they are a good fit for conversation, friendship.
That checks out.
Yes, it's like I think you're well fitted to me.
Oh, Kitty, I think you're well fit.
Oh, thank you.
Marcus, I think you're well fit.
I will drink to that.
Kraken, we've only just met, but I think you're well fit also.
That's exactly how you say it.
He just, he won't respond. He's just kind of
Pondering on it.
yeah.
We should probably get going.
Yes, what time is it?
It's about sort of like
Invisible.
It will take
11
some
p.m.
time
sort of
to
time,
get
so you've got
there.
an hour.
If you're well oiled, we should be on our way.
Not even a squeak.
Fresh as a daisy.
What? What?
Fresh as a daisy.
It was the way. It was a look after that.
Fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy.
I mean, it worked. From 6 to midnight.
What's your mate? Fresh as a daisy. There's something wrong with you, Jack.
I know.
I will point out that encounter was fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
It was really lovely.
I love when you giggled at the house.
that was fucking great. Cracklin, you would know it'd take about half an hour to get to Clock Tower Cliff.
Take half an hour to get there. There shouldn't be. Murder is not allowed in the city. I wouldn't be too worried, but if you are.
Well, that's a shame.
I
Kitty
hear
checks an eye
how
boy.
dangerous Kanrath and Cyherested are. There are rules here.
Well,
We will obey them.
farewell, Wilder. We should like to return one day.
Yes, please do. You have been wonderful patrons. And he sort of looks straight to you, Marionette, and kind of gives you like a small nod.
Get your head in the game.
I don't understand what you mean by this, Cragglin.
Go make more pie.
I will. Thank you. I must make tomorrow's batch. And he shows you out and locks the door behind you.
My hat. Actually, no, I don't want to ruin the chrome job. I'll put it into a compartment.
Yeah.
I'll wear it later.
So, Cragglin, you have to take them to what is the other side of the city, essentially.
Yeah.
You know the Clock Tower Cliffs to be on the sort of Stone Streets side, so you have to be a little further out from the Ziggurat and sort of more to the eastern side.
Yeah.
And you make your way there without issue. You make your way through the wooden walkways and back onto the sort of less paved area, and then you get to the sort of the actual stone streets where there are more dwellings. And it's quite late at night, and there's a lot less people around. You can see the market has been packed away. Some of them are still sort of in the process of doing so, until eventually you do get in front of this clock tower, which serves as the sort of one main timepiece for this city, as not everyone has their own sort of personal timepiece, so that everyone sort of keeps time. And the cliffs you can see above this clock tower, like a couple of 100 feet above the clock tower, and you can see it's jutting straight out from where there's another cliff behind it. To get to that cliff, you've got to go either left or right, further down some streets to kind of loop back up, and then start going up the slope towards the cliffside. It's up to you what way you take.
He would take them to the closest one. So if it's like, for example, if we came from the west going over to the east, then it would be a case that if that's a south facing one, I guess we're going up the left one.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, we just wouldn't think about it. We're just
you're taking up the sort of the left side of this clock tower cliffs, and it takes a little bit of a journey, and it's quite steep trying to get up on these cliffs. But you can see in these cliffs that there are like a few sort of cavernous spaces that maybe lead off somewhere else. You're not really sure where they go, but they're not like big enough for like heavy transport. You imagine it's probably just for pedestrians, that kind of thing. Until eventually you make your way to the peak of this cliff that hangs literally over the top of the clock tower itself. And Cragglin, you imagine it's probably like 5 minutes until midnight at this point. At the moment, there's no one up here. It's just you. You have like crossed paths with other people that have like come down from there, or some that are like kind of in front of you that have just kind of kept going. So there are a few people hanging about, but at the very tippy top right now, there's no one. What do you do in this moment as it's quiet?
This is where you're supposed to be.
Can I just do a perception to kind of scope? Scope it out.
Can I do that also?
Yes. Anyone who's on top of there can make a perception check.
Oh, can't see.
Oh no.
17.
Okay.
10. 21.
21. Cragglin and Marionette. You see the city is very much in night mode now. It's still quite a well-lit city. You can see there's lots of like torchlight. Some of the Anks lamps are still lit. just so for anyone who's kind of coming in late from an expedition, that sort of thing. It kind of keeps this constant state of light, but you can just feel that people are now sort of going to bed and sleeping. And I'd say like the 5 minutes passed, and you can hear the clock tower go boom, boom as like midnight strikes. And I'd say any marionette sort of spots up at the other side that you didn't come up from. There's like two figures that are kind of making their way up, and they're clearly like walking together. One is like half the size of the other one. You can't see proper details of who they are or whether they're just civilians or whatever, but you see they're like, at the minute, that's the only people you can see that are even approaching you.
We'll point them out to the others.
Should we ready our weapons?
I mean,
I have no idea.
I feel like we should not go in with fierce aggression.
Swords blazing.
Yes.
Caution.
Have we like rested at all? Well, no, we haven't, have we?
Been to the pub.
I mean,
We did go to the pub.
I'll let you all have a long rest because you've not been doing anything.
Bloody marvellous.
You've had some lovely ciders,
yes.
a lot of nice apple pie,
That gonna ball.
Lovely MOT.
a very good MOT. So that on its own will give you a long rest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah. For all occasions.
But I will say that will give you a blood degeneration.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Of course.
36.
It's alright, I'm only on 4.
Is it 4? Is it 4 for us now? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that extra, didn't we?
No, Marcus, I think we should approach with caution, but without, full aggression on show. Are they walking towards us?
Yeah, they're sort of like approaching the peak of this clock tower cliffs that you're currently sort of standing on.
Are they like kind of looking around as if to be like, as if they're looking for someone, or are they just quite
Maria
cash?
points them out a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see, like, because you can still only see like the figures of them, you can't see details, but you can see the taller one kind of like bends down to the smaller one a little bit, and sort of like you can see them like rub their shoulders slightly, and then sort of stand back up and then kind of carry on walking.
How far away are they? If you were going to put it on a number measurement.
If I had to put it
In
at
feet, yes.
Footage.
good like 200-300 foot.
Oh,
They're quite a ways away.
not 30.
No. You would definitely see details of that range.
Yeah. Fair.
So,
I think act natural. Just keep.
I
I think we
have
should
no
keep
idea.
walking. Yes,
No idea
act
what's
natural. Don't. Yeah.
No.
Well, we're sort of just on a flat now, aren't we? So it's just waiting here because this is where they told you to
Yeah.
be. So think like Craglan's, like the hammer's like it's at an angle because like so the hammer is like a big block with like a steam wheel, like is it called an ergot? The wheel that you get that pressurizes steam pipes. And then it has like a missile style head which causes it to like lean when it's like stood upright. So it's like lent at an angle, so it's like not on the Spriggan. On the does that name it?
What did you call me?
But he's sat on the head of the hammer and he's just like his hands like around it. It's like, this is where you're supposed to be.
Suppose we wait.
Yeah, and sort of in that time, you didn't spot them as like kind of around the corner, but there's like some more people coming from the way that you came. They don't pay you any mind that you can clearly see they are just sort of civilians, and they're just making their way somewhere. So there's kind of like this bit of crossing of paths. And there's like maybe 4 or 5 of them in a group. They don't even look at you. They just kind of walk past, and at the same time, those 2 figures also approach, and you can see it is there's a man, a human man, and a younger child, a female child. Maybe it could be his daughter, it could be his niece. They look quite similar. They have like similar sort of hair color wise. It's sort of black hair. Their clothes are a little bit haggard. You can all make me another perception check in this moment.
Are they like kind of right in front?
They like just come up onto this flat bit,
Right, okay.
and now I'd say they're about 40, 50 foot away.
Oh my god, rolling like
25.
Okay.
What was that? Was it a perception again? Not that it makes it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, 9.
18. 9.
18, 9, 25.
Stop it.
9.
Yeah. Stop copying me!
Children.
Again, Marionette. You see these two figures, and you see the man. He looks like he's sort of sporting some injuries that he's had from something. You're not really sure, but he's kind of like pulling some out of his pocket and kind of looking at it, and then sort of having a look around, and then maybe like he's checking like a timepiece on his wrist, and you can see him sort of mumbling to himself, and then again he bends over to this child and sort of tries to reassure them, and at the minute they stopped where they are. They're just kind of like on the corner of the flat bit. This is the cliff. So at the minute you're like on this sort of edge around here, and they've just approached, and they're sort of just hanging around there. They're not moving anywhere, which is strange for you because you've seen people come and go. They're just using this as a passing point.
Good evening.
And you start to approach, and you, good evening.
Good evening.
And
Hello.
the man is sort of startled, and he kind of like holds this child a little closer to him, and it's sort of like startled by you, and he's about to say something, and he kind of chokes on his own words slightly. He's like, and you recognize him immediately.
Oh shit.
Wyvern Crassius. In no fit state that you've seen him. He's been beaten. His clothes have been shredded somehow. You saw like he maybe had like a bit of a limp on him. And next to him is Lena, who is, after a few years, about 10 years old. And he says, Marionette, is that you?
Mr. Crassius. Lena. Oh, my little Lena.
And Lena sort of like spots you as soon as like her dad says Marionette. And she kind of looks up and like wide-eyed just runs in and goes to grab your legs.
Yeah, fully like right down. All the hydraulics kind of crumpling on themselves. She just wraps her up in her arms.
And she is sobbing.
It's alright.
She no words coming out of her mouth right now. She just can't control the tears.
It's fine. I'll just sort of like hold her and kind of rock her in my arms a little bit.
She feels comforted by that for sure. And Wyvern sort of pipe up and say, clever note, by the way. Very smart move.
What note?
He pulls out a note, and it's identical to yours.
I open up a compartment, pull out the same.
If you're here, and I'm here, we have the same note. So you didn't give this to me?
I did not. I had, until this moment, I had no idea where you were.
Can you make me an insight check?
Well, then I'll do a perception check in this moment to see if I can see anyone else around that could be like watching or anything. Just because I've noticed that they've kind of just shown the same.
It's a smutty service 20.
Smutty service 20?
Mine's a 4. So perceptive. She's practicing the wink like.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. You made perception.
8.
Is this correct?
22.
Am I doing it? Oh my god.
Crowdkin, you don't see anyone else coming up right now. You like sort of maybe have a little peek down the sides. Seems pretty clear at the moment. You think you're safe. I'm afraid Kitty and Marcus, you just very unfamiliar space. You're not really sure where people could come from, but you don't really notice anyone else coming, and Crackley probably just confirms that there's no one else coming up right now.
He's like just sitting on his hammers watching. He's probably like, your automaton goes through a range of things.
I mean, it's all been in the past 24 hours, really. Like,
So
you're saying, yeah.
on your insight check, he looks very paranoid and shifty. When his eyes start to like not focus on you, he's looking at Kitty, and then back to you.
They're with me. They're fine.
But Kitty specifically.
And I think her mind goes
And
to
you say
the
that's 20?
her mind goes to the journalist in the attic, and sort of will just shift herself around just to kind of stand in front of Kitty a little bit.
Can I detect thoughts?
Yes, you can.
Because if it's just surface level, they're not aware of it. But if I probe deeper, then they will become aware of it.
I think the first immediate thing is like you get a sense of panic, and like the one thing that you get from the surface thoughts is, why is she here? She should be dead.
Bastard.
Master, where have you been?
That is a very long and arduous journey.
Where is...
Are you still getting surface thoughts when you've just been asked a question?
How long does it last for?
It's just immediate, isn't it? It's just
Yeah,
the
but
first.
I don't know if
You can probe deeper.
I know, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out if I want to probe deeper because they'll know if I.
Well, here's the thing, like how long does the spell last? Because if
It's just a...
It's an action up to 1 minute.
So you get
if you've asked a question, you know, like, where have you been? What's the surface thought?
Yeah, oh!
I played with this spell a lot. I fucking...
That is a very good point.
Yes.
So what's his initial thought?
You ask the question where it's been. And Kitty, you immediately get an image of a large
Cigarette.
warehouse. It looks like a really large barn almost.
Trap door has been kicked in. Somebody shouts housekeeping.
Much larger than that space, but what you would get is like a bit of like an image. Can you just like maybe a perception check just in this kind of moment? It's fairly easy. It's fairly easy. Get a 10 and you're good.
Easy, hey.
Get a 10 and you're all
see.
good. Yeah, that one.
That was a nat one,
You got any
baby.
inspiration?
No. Oh no! Fuck! I'm a fucking halfling.
Roll it, baby!
Come on, girly.
That wasn't a
Zero,
roll.
it's
That
not a
wasn't a
roll.
roll. That was an excitable drop.
Excitable drop.
11.
Okay, that's fine. You notice that the ground
plus 10.
next to this large warehouse, whatever it is red. Almost like you have seen that before. It's like blood grass.
Blood grass.
Falling lands.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the first image you see, and then it like sort of fast forwards really, really quickly to another moment where, and it almost like half a second worth of like motion picture, where there's like light and outside, and then all of a sudden it's like cave, and a strong sense of urgency and panic again.
Yeah.
Where have I been? Like I said, it is a very long answer.
Try to shorten it. I went to the attic.
I mean, he literally makes that face there.
Vampires are all bad.
I told you we'd have to go in there.
You went there.
I suppose that is true. Can't blame you, I guess. And you can see he does look very sorrowful. He's been through some shit.
And we'll.
Yeah, we'll.
Am I getting anything when he's talking about the attic, or is the minute up?
I mean, you kind of like get these flash images of what you see.
Yeah, just gonna get
of, like
okay,
the
fair.
lineup up
Yeah,
in the attic.
yeah.
This person that was on the wall being tortured, that sort of thing. There's no easy way to say it, but we were attacked.
By who?
My competitors.
Wouldn't be someone called Isaac T. Business, would it?
I haven't heard that name before. It was Isaac T. Businesses.
And the mistress, Tobias?
What's right?
The mistress and Tobias, where are they?
Dead.
Again, can I? Is it still active? Can I?
Yeah, I think like this will be the last thing you get.
And I would also like to insight.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's been about a minute.
Yeah.
You get. I mean, it's only surface thoughts. You can tell there's like a little bit of distance between what he's seeing, and you see two figures kind of in front of him. Quite an elegant lady and sort of adolescent boy, and they're being held hostage by someone with weapons at their throats. And in the sort of quick motion picture that you can see in the next moment, blood is ejected from their necks, and they fall to the floor.
Marinette is inciting, please.
Of course.
It's not great. 11.
You know him quite well. You've seen him through his ups and downs.
Yeah.
And this is the lowest you've ever seen him. He's finding it very hard to talk about family right now.
Just hold Lena a little bit tighter. I am grieved to hear it. I have so many questions, so much to tell. If I should be frank, I do not trust you anymore.
I can't blame you for that. We did leave, and we did abandon you.
Not even for that. I knew no different. I could have lived with that. I could have existed, but I'd always upheld you in high esteem. The man in the attic, what did he do to deserve that?
It was a two birds, one stone situation. He served a purpose on both fronts. He got too involved with the business. Concerningly so. I couldn't let that happen anymore. And turns out I needed a body. Ripe for the taking.
Doesn't seem to have stood you in good stead, your business.
I know now that it was a grave mistake of mine. And I will regret that for the rest of my days.
Well, I died. So there's that.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, people came to the house and imprisoned me, and then exsanguinated me, and then I came back from the dead, and now the founder talks to me through horrible visions. So, we've all been through some shit, Master. Don't know where that came from. Just like
you can
covering
see
in his
him
ears.
like
Valid, Mary. Absolutely valid.
you can see him like sort of twitch a little bit at the mention of the founder, and sort of is startled by your little bit of an outburst there.
Yeah.
Not really used to you talking back, as it were.
Got a hat now. I'm
Indeed.
Wave them goodbye. Every fucking one of them.
Fear turns down the fear tuning.
There is no going back to Kanrath.
No.
Not for us. For you, maybe, but my competitors have made it impossible for me to go back now.
I think you must finally tell me your business in its entirety.
Because there's no harm in it. I dealt in blood, much like other people. There's quite a lot of traders that do blood. But I wanted to make something new, something better. I think I struck that. I struck gold with that. My competitors didn't like it because my product was too good. People started to move from their business over to mine and were ordering copious amounts of it. It was almost addictive for people. I didn't quite think it would have that effect, but I guess I underestimated it. So my competitors took it in their hands to rid me of that business and part of my family too.
Can I do an insight check to see if that is truthful?
Sure.
Can I don't want to like interrupt the conversation, but
Oh, these are my friends, by the way. This is
I think
Nice to meet you.
Marcus.
Yes.
he'll be like sort of like in the shadow, glowing eyes, but very much part of the collective. I was just gonna say outright, like, and who were your competitors?
There's no easy answer to that because I don't think it's just one competitor. I think it's multiple, and they never gave me a chance to back down or reclaim my product. As soon as things started going badly for them and their stocks fell, they came for me and my family, and they never showed their faces. They've always said they're sort of goons after me, and unfortunately, on that one night, it succeeded, and my warehouse was burnt down, which I'm sure you were both aware of if you've been into my study. You can see he like slightly rolls his eyes at that, still like trying to hold some semblance of like being a master of his household.
I think Marinette is just going to shake her head slightly and I think we can drop all pretense now.
I think you're probably right.
It was a 7 on that insight, by the way.
7. And what was it for specifically, sorry?
Just think he was being truthful about, about the whole competitors' business numbers situation.
You feel like he's been truthful,
Okay.
for sure. Nothing is leading you to anything else, anything different. This is quite some effort to go to if he was lying all about it.
Yeah.
I suppose mystery remains if someone must have known we were here and that I was here and of our connection in order to...
Especially if we've received the same note.
Indeed. Maybe someone wants to kill us again, because yes, we both have also died as well. I'm not sure about our new friend here, but
this is Kitty. She was brutally murdered.
Yes, I was brutally murdered. And as she kind of says this and looks,
Yeah.
can I see, is there like any kind of...
really has a hard time keeping eye contact with you. He's like, how have you?
Oh. I think Marinette, knowing, is gonna like. Is there some previous?
Not that I know of. So, I mean, no. You might have seen my name in the paper.
Kitty's a journalist.
Yes, very prolific.
He does take a deep breath in that moment. Yes, I know. I know that you're a journalist.
Oh, good. Someone knows it.
That's one person, Kitty.
I also know that you were snooping around the household.
That's where we met, wasn't it?
Much like the other guy, I couldn't let that be.
Oh.
This is awkward, isn't it?
It is a little.
Silly me for thinking that you might just stay dead.
Yeah, I mean...
Now I see that you're somehow alive.
I am. I mean, are we going to have a problem?
I think we're past investigatory issues.
Right. You still didn't kill me, though, so...
Yes,
What are you going to...
Yes, I did.
Any compensation?
Have you had a fall?
Cool now!
Injury lawyers!
Died in an accident, brutally murdered recently.
The Butterfield Detective Agency.
We'll get compensation for you. Kanrath City Solicitors. We're bloodsuckers, but we're honest about it.
I have nothing to give you. I'm sorry.
Well, can we call it an OU? IOU?
Can we call it an
An
OU?
OU.
She's in the back.
Sure. Whatever that might be.
I'll hold you to it.
I am very regretful of my actions. I see the damage that it's done. And I know that doesn't fix anything, but...
I'm glad that you can see the emotional damage that's happened. That means a lot.
Can I give Rena a little check over, just kind of see how, like, sort of pry her out of the shoulder a little bit and just kind of check her over for any kind of...
You Lennied her from Mice and Men.
The puppies!
You know what? You see the one with the birds like on the girl's dancing, and she goes to clap and the bird moves off. The poor fucking bird. She's like, "Punk."
I'll give her a little check over, make sure she's all right, and just kind of pull out like a little cap with blood just to hand to her and put the straw in. There you go, darling.
You can see that she's a little bit bad and bruised. Whether that's just from like running and just sort of falling into things, or whether someone's done that to her, you don't know. She's looking worse for wear, 100%.
Kind of like tuck her hair back and everything and smooth it out, and perhaps we'll get this brushed and plaited for you. Yes?
I would like that a lot. Please.
You've been a very brave girl, haven't you?
I try.
I know, sweetheart.
And even though she looks 3 years older than you know her to be, she hasn't really had a chance to grow up.
Yeah.
So she still feels like a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
And she just kind of goes in for another hug.
And just, wrap her up.
Yeah. So when did you find these, Marionette and Marcus?
I mean, it seems we've all been very honest. I did go back to your house.
I gathered, yes.
It's in my nature as an expert journalist, you see.
I stopped you once, but
I'm relentless.
clearly not enough.
Kitty Tenacious Kildane.
Exactly, Kitty T. Kildane!
I'm just trying to work out when all these things happened, really.
I was brutally murdered, shot straight back up, went back to the house, snooped around some more, hid in a cupboard, and voila.
Yes,
And what
I was
you-
quite cross.
I was. Marionette was very angry. I thought we were never going to be friends.
But then we swapped bodies.
Yes,
and it sort of changed things, didn't it?
we just a bit of a bonding, you know. But she did her job very well. I want you to know that.
Not that
Very
it matters
well.
anymore.
No, I suppose it doesn't.
So, let me. I killed you,
Yeah.
and you rose straight back up from the dead, and then you went to the house, and then Marinette and Marcus found you.
Yes.
Yes, our dearly departed fear.
You might know his
Max.
father. Kane. Saw a lovely portrait of you in the palace. Yes, we went to the palace, by the way. Lovely portrait of you on a
Can
hunt.
give me an insight check on that.
13.
That's a slight twitch of the eye. Yes, I've heard of Kane. What about him?
We had the connection between. Well, we saw this lovely portrait of Fear's master, Kane, or Malevolence, as I believe Fear knew him, and Marcus, your locum.
Again, similar sort of twitch of the eye.
Can I do an insight as
You just
well?
know him so well, you got like a give.
Yeah.
There's the tell.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've watched him play poker.
Yeah.
And there was you, all together.
That was quite some years ago.
It was. But there you were, with the Crimson King, no less.
I'm not really sure how I ended up there, but I did. It got me the resources I needed to begin the business. Sorry, I must bring it back to this timeline of events. It doesn't make sense to me.
Why?
Because I killed you
Yeah, yes, you did.
But you've been
when I was still in Kanrath.
How?
So, sorry, above table, how long were, because I can't remember now, how long were they missing for? I feel like I've asked this a million times. Was it like a couple of
18 months-ish, wasn't it? Year, 18 months.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
Almost 2 years.
And you're saying that above table that she was knocking around the house and he killed her before they went away.
Correct.
So there's an 18-month deficit between your death and waking up
Oh my god.
riddled.
Kitty!
Where, like, you think back and you were killed in, like, a really sort of discreet back alley, like, because you know, like, the shortcuts to
Very
places, that sort of thing.
Very mindful.
And it's just one that's not used, and parts of Kanrath are just hardly kept clean, and like people don't go there, people don't clean it, and
Nice.
where you fell when you were murdered, it was like into a pile of scrap,
Zombie Kitty.
and you can make of that what you will. But
Kitty!
I've seen myself in a mirror since.
You look fine.
Good.
You look well fit.
No, like rot off. Thank you.
You she.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, I did. I'm very learned.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I woke back. Woke up straight away.
You may not be aware of this, Myron, that there was a blood rain in Kanrath. A second blood rain. Happened a couple of weeks ago.
blood rain. Are we talking like the same level as
Yes, yes.
when it happened the first time?
It was, yes. And it,
So millions more people have died.
I don't know about millions, but certainly some people have died. But it happened at the point of...
But the founder's dead.
Literally have said, have been speaking to the founder.
Yes, so,
He
okay.
reiterates it anyway. He has no idea.
The founder is possibly not dead, maybe in a liminal state. Unclear, really, at this point. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. But Marcus, Fear, myself, and a little rabbit man that we were with were exsanguinated at the moment of the blood rain, and we woke up in the morgue, and Kitty apparently woke up in her alleyway, and we've been set out by the Grand Advisor to really investigate what was going on, and the founder has been... So that we... And I kind of like open up some of my tubing. So this blood is the founder's blood, essentially. We all have it running through our veins, except I don't assume... who knows what's going on here?
I'm just to show them the train station.
But,
Fair enough.
it is killing us.
This is
I'm
a
a
lot.
vampire
This
now.
is a lot.
It is a lot.
It is, yes.
I feel like he's just having a mini existential crisis.
He's
I'm
like,
doing
you see him like
blood.
trying to,
Thanks, Maria.
also trying to like work through things and like what you're saying to him is like timeline of things. Like, does this make any sense? No.
No.
No. You've been through a lot. I can see. I can tell.
No thanks to you.
I will certainly spend the rest of my life in regret.
Good.
I'm still worried about who's going to come here. 'Cause
Yes.
This
I
whole
am
time, I
also.
think I'm just keeping an eye out. 'Cause it's, like,
Yeah.
You give me a perception check. If you're Marcus, you were doing it as well, you may do that.
19 is not as good as last time. So.
12.
You don't see anything, I'm afraid. Again, you're not really sure what to look for, kind of thing. Maybe you're just kind of enraptured in the sort of conversations going on. Kraglin, you're a little bit like removed from it because you haven't experienced all these things. You don't really know what's going on, but you are used to this place. You can start to see there are a few people approaching the bottoms of the slopes.
Both sides.
Yes.
We have people arriving. How
You
many?
could, like 3 on one side and maybe like 4 on the other.
If we are to have this reunion here, there are more people en route. Maybe somewhere more private.
Or perhaps these are the people who left the note.
I think Kitty summons her blood clot.
Yeah.
just as like a prep.
Marionette's going to stand to like full height, and because she's taller there now than she was before, kind of just
Yeah,
make
that's
a
a
point
little
of being
bit.
like,
He sees you all kind of get like a little bit tense and like ready for something, and kind of looks around and goes, "What's happening?"
I don't know, can you defend yourself?
take this. I hand him a bloodwork pistol.
Thank you. I'll use that. I didn't have any weapons on me. I've lost pretty much everything.
Hina, if things get troublesome, run. You run as fast as you can. You run to the Sour Apple, and there is a lovely automaton there. You tell him that Marionette sent you.
Very well. And you like sort of like try and reach out for Lina's and try and like coax her away.
Just sort of like very reluctantly let go.
And these people start to approach. But do you do anything at this time?
Good evening.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to expect. I'm just the guide. I am a finder. You heard a voice that said, "Find these 3 idiots."
This isn't the train station.
Yeah, and you were like, "We need to go to the train station. Now we need to go to the clock tower." He's like, "Well, I've been told I'm rewarded for it," so he's just sat on his hammer.
Get 4 rubies for this.
These 2 sets of people start to like arrive at kind of at the same time on top of this peak.
Do they look untoward?
Friend or foe?
You can immediately see that they're armed.
Okay.
One of them has a rifle of some sort. A few of them have swords, axe for one of them. They're not wielding them right now, but they certainly have them like either to the side or strapped to their back, that kind of thing. But they've arrived at the exact same time, and they don't look any like civilian sort of types. you would know one of them looks like a member of the Golden Bullet. And you would also know that because you've seen them on the train.
Yep.
I think the last thing that you hear before we end the episode is Master Gracias. Finally got you out your hidey hole. Let's have a little chat. That's what we do. That was a bit of a longer one. Sorry about that, guys.
Alright.
Oh, it's fucking good, mate.
Oh,
Yeah.
got some juicy business.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Always the one.
Is that the name of the episode? Juicy business.
We've got a few contenders, I think, haven't we?
Yeah.
We'll have to think about that one. But that's episode 17. We will be back for episode 18 in a couple of weeks' time. Back to usual live stream stuff, unless something happens, which hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, we'll be back to normal then, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Thank you.